Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to our wonderful ceremony. My name is Jeffrey Harris. I'm a fellow of the National Association of Toastmasters, and it is my honor and pleasure to be your host throughout today's awards. But before we go any further, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to introduce Mr. Ivan Sabov, an international entrepreneur, director of Global Business Network, publisher, and philanthropist. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sabov. We seem to be having some technical difficulties here, ladies and gentlemen. So with that in mind...
I think I'm back. I'm back.
Splendid. Lovely to see you, Mr. Sabov.
Wonderful. Well done to our technical team. They pick up this sort of things very, very quickly. So thank you for your kind introduction, Jeff, and good morning or good afternoon to all of you, ladies and gentlemen around the world, from the council room of EBA and the Academic Union at the heart of our fabulous and historic city of Oxford. It is my pleasure to welcome outstanding doctors, business people, scientists, and academics from over 30 countries, as well as our online viewers. During recent days, as I was walking through the streets of Oxford and past the town hall, where the Lord Mayor and the council make their most important decisions for our city and meet international delegations, the St. John's College of Oxford University, a place of education for former British Prime Ministers such as Tony Blair and former Prime Minister of Canada, Lester Pearson, or the Sheldonian Theatre, where the students of Oxford University from all over the world receive their academic degrees, I could not help but to ask myself a question. What do all those places have in common? And the answer is, this is where we've held the summits of leaders and the award ceremonies live over the past 20 years. Of course, the venues are magnificent, but even more so are the people who have attended these summits. Under current circumstance, we are unable to host live events yet, I hope. However, the fundamental aspect remains the same. And it is not what remains the same, but of course, who is it? And it is you, the academics, the driving force behind education and development, responsible for moving our society forward. It is you, the innovative business people who build society, socially responsible companies, and lead us to prosperity. It is you, and it is the most important category today, which we all should give a particular praise, the doctors and scientists who work tirelessly, often around the clock, to save our lives and to give us hope of victory over this pandemic. Today, I'm delighted to welcome participants of different but equally important professions from over 30 countries to share their experience and to receive their well-deserved and often overdue recognition. Welcome to the Achievement Forum, and I look forward to spending this very special day together with you.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Sabov. Thank you.
Thank you.
Our next greeting, ladies and gentlemen, comes from Ravindran, Director of Executive Programs from the Academic Union of Oxford, and also, ladies and gentlemen, a major part a Research Associate of the School of Global and Area Studies for the University of Oxford, UK. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ravindran.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very happy talking with you. My first word is of sadness of not being with you physically present at Oxford. because it will be very, very good and interesting for all of us to network and meet together in person. I think one of the most important things of these events is the physical presence of each one. And I hope that very soon, we can make these events live again and greet my friend Gunam Subramanian and others that we have already met before. So, but today we are still working online, and so my words will be short and will be words of greeting to you in our event, in our union. And I would like to emphasize that the main aim of our union is to create a platform where academics and business person could interact, creating the synergies and the scale economies to develop their business and to develop university. It is very important, and politicians talk a lot about that, to create places for academics and business persons thrive together and not each one in its room. So the main aim of this event it's to create and promote the interaction between business and education, and I hope that today we can achieve this aim. So I thank you very much for your presence, and I hope to see you again very soon, but alive in Oxford. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Verde, and I agree with you completely. It would be lovely to see you live in Oxford again very soon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Sabov mentioned in his opening words that the EBA has been operating now for 20 years. The history of the 20 years of some very, very influential projects all around the world can now be summed up in this video. I think you'll agree, ladies and gentlemen, very, very brief, but very, very impressive. And now, before we move on to our ceremony proper, something of a tradition. We do involve performance and music performance of the highest standards in our awards ceremonies, and today is going to be no exception. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present an opera classic, Schubert's Ave Maria, performed by the wonderful Mr. Kieran Rayner.
Bom dia.
Ave Maria,
Benedictus fructus ventris, ventris tui, Iesus. Ave Mater Dei, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, ora pro nobis, ora pro nobis peccatoribus, nunc et in hora mortis, in hora mortis nostrae, in hora mortis nostrae, in hora mortis nostrae. Ave Maria.
Esteemed guests, ladies and gentlemen, today we are pleased to greet leaders of business, healthcare, science and education from over 20 countries. For more than 20 years, the Europe Business Assembly has hosted prestigious international forums, summits and business meetings at the most impressive venues in European capitals. In London, at the British Institute of Directors, in Vienna, at the Hofburg Imperial Palace, the Catalonian Parliament in Barcelona, the Carlton in Cannes, and many other distinguished locations around the world. We believe that today, the achievements of the best regional companies and institutions are of particular importance, since they motivate their partners and colleagues and allow them to make optimistic forecasts for the development of various markets. And during the last 1.5 years, we have conducted the forums online. We are proud to announce the opening of the Achievements Forum for 2021, Excellence in Quality and Management. Excellence in Quality and Management Forum gives opportunity to regional leaders in quality showcase last trends, in quality management and ways to quality perfection. The Socrates Committee has chosen the most prominent personalities as well as the best companies from different countries and will reward them with prestigious awards for their merits today. EBA prizes are created by the London jeweller Alfred Vignecchi. They have a state registration in the United Kingdom and are the intellectual property of Europe Business Assembly. The winners are well-known politicians, businessmen and culture figures, prominent diplomats and scientists, including mayors of Oxford, members of European Parliament and ministers and country presidents. Since that time, Hundreds of leading international organizations have been presented with EBA prizes. For instance, ANCO in Poland, CHC Hotels Management from Greece, Bucharest Airport, Robust International from Singapore, Accord Healthcare from Poland, RM Pharma Specialists from Mexico, the General Directorate of IETT's establishments of Turkey, and Aerolink Group from the UAE. And that is to name just a few. So, ladies and gentlemen, this section is dedicated to the promotion of the activities and the success of prominent regional companies and their top managers, international recognition, assistance to entering new markets, and search of potential partners, marketing and PR support of the winners and their brands. Throughout the ceremony today, we will be following the same format. Basically, the sequence of events will be like this. There will be a slide with the award and the award winner. I will introduce the award, and then there will be a video possibly from the speaker. And if we are particularly lucky, we will have an interview or perhaps a welcoming greeting from them. And we are going to begin, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, with the international prize, Excellence in Quality. Excellence in Quality prizes outlines companies' achievements and serves as a guide to partners and customers. It is given to prominent regional companies that can demonstrate excellence in quality management and their approach to the satisfaction of customers, employees, and other stakeholders. So our first award today, ladies and gentlemen, goes to Network Integrity Assurance Technologies from Brunei Darussalam, and the CEO is Lim Ming Soon. And we are lucky enough, ladies and gentlemen, to have a video. And I'm very pleased to say, ladies and gentlemen, that Lim Ming Soon has agreed to give us an interview today, and I have a few questions for him.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Hello. Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm fine. I'm fine. How about yourself?
I'm very well indeed. Thank you. It's lovely to see you. And thank you for agreeing to answer a few questions here today.
Pleasure is mine.
The first question is one factor about that has concerned the whole world for the past 18 months. So how has COVID-19 and the current situation influenced your company and its activities?
Thank you, Jeffrey. As you may be aware that Brunei is now experiencing the second wave of the pandemic. It was unexpected, and I think nobody was prepared for it, to be honest, because we have been free from community spread for more than a year since the first wave. When the news announced of the second wave, we immediately activated our BCP, our Business Continuity Plan. staff were made to work from home. If they have to come to the office, there's only a limited number of people allowed to enter the premises at any one time. So we make sure that they follow the SOP strictly in accordance to our Ministry of Health guideline, such as the face mask must be worn at all time, social distancing, and no overcrowding. Our field team and technical team are the one that affected the most, as they have installation and maintenance plan for our onshore and offshore customer. But we do our due diligence and risk assessment very carefully before any deployment. We have our rapid COVID testing, self-isolation at home before send them off to the sites. So once the job is completed, they will have to again go through a full swab test and isolation in accordance to the government regulation before they go back homes to their family. So during this pandemic, we try our very best to still meet our customer expectation, the service requirement. But at the same time, we still have to take care of our team to make sure that they are safe so that they can return home safely to their family. Also, we would also like to be part of the responsible entity to support the government initiative to flatten the curve again in the second wave of the pandemic.
That's very, very interesting, and actually in some ways leads me on to my second question. You obviously care a great deal about your staff. You have taken a great deal of trouble to ensure their safety. And this may link in with my next question, which is, can you describe your leadership style?
I have my very own way of leading my team. But first of all, I will always have an open door policy for anyone or everyone who wishes to voice out their concern, or perhaps they just need someone to talk to or to get advice from. I myself came from an organization, started from the very bottom, and I understand the struggles of having superiors who are unapproachable. So with this kind of approach, I hope I can be closer and more connected to my team so that I can make sure that the plans can be well cascaded and synergized across all levels of the company. Secondly, I really do not believe in micromanaging, right? Because I have full faith in my team to carry out their tasks delegated to them. In NIAT, everyone works together as a team seamlessly because we all have the same corporate objective to fulfill. I find micromanaging is an obsolete way of leading, and it drains the creativity, freedom, and it limits the potential of a staff that might have inside them. So my aim here is to uncover and unlock this potential and to help them to exploit their inner talent and also confidence. I always believe that the key to effective leadership is always empowerment and entrustment. Be patient and believe in your team. So I'm here not only to ensure the company performance, but for the development of the people. So because I always believe that people are the driving force behind the success of the company. So in other words, I'm here to groom the next generation of leaders so that they can continue the journey contributing to the development of our Brunei Visions 2035.
Yeah, and very, very laudable it is too. And my final question to you, sir, is, and what, in your opinion, is your main company value?
Our company has a mission statement, right? That we empower our team through constant innovation, being customer focused, which will in return add value to our end users and stakeholders. From these very missions, it derives three key values of the company. Number one, empowering our people, and then being customer focused and shareholder values. And with these values, it has becoming the lifeline of our company's sustainability. Empowering our people by trusting and delegation, because they are the key driving force behind the success of this company. So through constant and continuous grooming and nurturing, they can be the next generation of leaders. And being customer focused, allowed us to get closer to our customer, to understand their pain point, find a solution to address their pain point. This will lead to better customer service, customer satisfaction. Of course, it fosters closer relationship with our customer. Eventually and ultimately, we are looking for brand loyalty. Right. Last but not least, with the support of our shareholders, it gives us the enthusiasm and momentum to strive further to ensure the company sustainability and profitability. So as you can see, our company key values derive from the missions that encompasses the full spectrum from company performance to customer satisfaction, from people development to shareholders' values.
Thank you. Lingmin Soon, CEO of Network Integrity Assurance Technologies. Thank you very much indeed, sir, for your time. And once again, congratulations.
Thank you, Jeffrey. Thank you. It's my pleasure.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Splendid. Our next recipient in this category, ladies and gentlemen, our Excellence in Quality Award, goes to Ituroma from Kuwait, who is the General Manager, and it is Engineer Iser Taha. So I shall now move on, ladies and gentlemen, to our next category. And this is the MC Manager of the Year and Best Enterprise Awards. The Manager of the Year and Best Regional Enterprise Awards celebrate the success of regional businesses and top managers from all continents. The awards will ensure that leading local top managers and their companies, both large and small, gain the recognition they deserve for themselves, and most importantly, for the dedication and commitment of their staff. Manager of the Year and Best Enterprise and Awards are presented to Abu Zafar Chowdhury, who is the Chairman of the Dhaka Mercantile Cooperative Bank Limited from Bangladesh.
Group Captain Abu Zafar Chowdhury, retried. He was born on the 8th of February 1953 at Harualchari in the district of Chattogram. He joined the War of Liberation in 1971 at the age of 18. He fought in Sector 01. He joined Bangladesh Air Force on the 14th of December 1972 as a flight cadet. He was sent to the former USSR and was trained in the Warsaw Standard Frunze Military Academy. After completion of 3 years of rigorous training, he became an operational pilot. He was deputized to the Iraqi Air Force for 2 years as a flying instructor. From 1976 till mid-1980 he fought the counter-insurgency operation in Chattogram, Hill Tracks, Operation Typhoon, as a helicopter pilot. He took over the Dhaka Mercantile Cooperative Bank Limited, DMCBL, in 2002. In 2002 this bank had only 7 branches with a deposit of 60 lakh taka or $105,000. Under his magnificent leadership, DMCB became vibrant in the cooperative sector. Currently, DMCB has 134 branches with a per-year rollover of 2,000 crore taka or $2 billion. DMCB was established in the year of 1973. In 2002 Group Captain, retired, Abu Zafar Chowdhury took over this cooperative bank, and under his magnificent leadership and determination this organization has achieved rapid progress, thus created history in the microcredit finance sector. In the year 2001 the number of total branches was 8. Now in 2021 it has gone up to 134 branches. DMCB started with 212 employees in 2002. Now in 2021 it has a workforce of 3,017. In 2001 the average salary was 700 taka or $12. Now in 2021 it has gone up to average 22,500 taka or $262. During the COVID-19 pandemic, not a single employee has been laid off from this cooperative bank. The chairman of DMCB also has been instructed to pay full salary and benefits to his employees. The internal medical team of DMCB has been providing free treatment and medicine to COVID-19 affected employees of DMCB. During this COVID-19 pandemic, DMCB has been courageously running its operation all over Bangladesh and serving DMCB's members properly. The family members of DMCB's late employees who have died because of the COVID-19 virus have been compensated with $11,700 each, and one of the family members of each family has been given a job in this bank. Why DMCB is unique? Creation of job opportunity of an employee per 45 hours. Establishment of a branch every 45 days. Total 134 branches of DMCB are situated all over Bangladesh. Trust is our collateral.
And ladies and gentlemen, we are lucky enough to have Abu Zafar Chowdhury here to answer a few questions for me. Now, perhaps we seem to be having a few problems getting Mr. Chowdhury. It is with everything how are we sounding? With everything that went on yesterday with Facebook and WhatsApp and Instagram, it seems to have had a knock-on effect on many other technologies. Are you there, Mr. Chowdhury?
Yes, I'm here.
Ah, yeah, splendid. Good to see you, Mr. Chowdhury. Excellent. Lovely to see you again. May I first of all say how impressed, before I move on to the questions, how impressed I am with the way that you looked after your staff through the COVID-19 pandemic from the information that came from your video there. Very, very impressive. And I think you deserve applause for that. Anyway, I shall now move on to the questions that I have for you. Your bank is obviously now very, very well established. Can you tell us briefly about your bank history and some of the milestones that you have reached on building your bank today?
Before I start, I might as well address the audience, whoever is monitoring us, seeing us, enjoying us. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. Wonderful people from UK.
Hello, sir.
And friends from all over the world. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
Okay, it is quite an interesting phenomenal lifespan for me. I have, from a freedom fighter to aviator, turned myself into a banker, more so for the microcredit traders. It is a great privilege on my part to be a participant with EBA on Socrates Award. This is my second instance. First was on a couple of months back for my dairy farm in Bangladesh. How I have ended up with this cooperative, it was registered with the Department of Cooperatives under the Ministry of Cooperatives of Bangladesh in 1973. To make a living after coming out of Air Force, I invested my money. I had a fascination for microcredit. I joined this back in 2002. In this part of the world, we have a unique system of living together, brothers and sisters, like a unique family. That's what I did and trying to do. In that particular line, all my brothers and sisters are involved, and my wife is equally involved with like-minded defense officers. Honesty of purpose, good governance are the two more core issues of my life, as such more so for these cooperatives. How does it function? We borrow money from the members, keep them at deposits, and lend to the microcredit traders without collateral, trust being the absolute collateral. If you find I'm exceeding my time, please raise your finger, I'll cut short.
Okay. I would like now to move on to my next question, if that is all right, sir. You have touched upon it, but how would you describe your company culture?
One is for the company employees, we made a slogan, pay me as I earn. In that particular issue, we raise their salary, effectively educate them, train them, monitor them, look after their welfare. Not on individual basis, but family-wise. More so with 100,000 clients that every day we are monitoring with 1,600 field workers, we look after our clients also. So again, coming back to the question, company history and milestone, basically it is the same. No underhand, overhand dealings as such, talking about bribes. Any transaction is done through a proper documentation and proper transparency and understanding. More so since in the world, there is a word coming up, me too.
Yes.
My institution, out of 3,000 employees, 30% are women. I ensure with my team that no women are harassed in my institution with any male employees. Thank you.
And my last question for you, sir, it is clear from the film that you are a leader of men, right? Not just in your banking career, that is the most recent form, but you have been a leader of people right the way through your life. So what qualities in your character helped to be a leader?
Nothing very special in me, that I'm privileged to be born into a family. My parents made sure that they bring me up through a system, culture, discipline, religious bondage. These are the few issues I inherited from my parents. I only tried to culture them, cultivate them, use them, ensure that others follow them.
Excellent. Mr. Chowdhury, thank you very, very much indeed, sir. And once again, my congratulations on your award.
Can I ask you a question?
Of course you may, sir.
When I'm visiting UK with my team, will you give me some more time to speak on behalf of my institution as such, more so for Bangladesh? What a wonderful nation we live in this part of the world.
Of course we will, sir. Of course we will. At some of our live events when you and your team visit the UK, we just hope that we are able to do that quite soon.
You are a very smart man. My regards to your family members.
Thank you, sir.
Your dear and dear ones and the office staff. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. Much appreciated.
Bye.
Goodbye. Thank you, Mr. Chowdhury. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to our next winner in this category, the Best Enterprise Award. And this goes to Patrick Machoki, who is the Managing Director of Mahiga Homes Limited from Kenya. Our third recipient in this category, ladies and gentlemen, is Fernanda Elves, who is the President of Phoenix Lusitana from Rainbow, Portugal.
Rainbow started in Portugal in 1993 and since then has been building its reputation as a leading product and company in the market. Rainbow Portugal proudly represents an American company called Rexair, celebrating its 85th anniversary this year, manufacturing and equipment known for its excellence, improving the health and hygiene of homes throughout the world. Our headquarters in Portugal have the support of our 18 distributors, 21 offices nationwide, more than 500 authorized dealers, and more than 200 employees. We are a team and company of generations in constant growth and a reference of quality and trust for our 335,000 customers in Portugal. Our dedication and passion for what we do and represent has led us to set several world records as the world's #1 organization amongst more than 80 countries. Over the years, our product has received several awards, namely the consumer choice for 5 consecutive years, the 5-star product in 2015 and 2016, and the product of the year in 2014 and 2020. We are recommended by the Portuguese Lung Foundation and have maintained our certificates from the Asthma and Allergy Foundation of America and the Association of Home Appliance Manufacturers that certifies the Rainbow as a proven air purifier, and the Carpet and Rug Institute for meeting the carpet industry standards. The idea of a home cleaning and air purifier system was born with Rainbow and has become an urgent necessity in homes to protect the health of families across the globe. Our customers get from Rainbow the opportunity and advantage of having several functions in a single equipment that is increasingly practical and easy to use, capable of eliminating 99.9% of particles harmful to our health. Our company has been granted for its excellence by exam as one of the best working places in Portugal, and more recently recognized and awarded by Scoring PT as a certified PME leader in 2020, by Bureau Veritas as being amongst the top 10 companies in the Lisbon area in 2020, and receiving one of the world's most important business awards by World COB, the World Confederation of Businesses, as a leading business that contributes to the daily growth in our local and world economy, issued by the Biz Awards. Rainbow is not just a product we sell, we are in the people's business. While contributing to healthier Portuguese homes with our unrivaled health and hygiene system, we also contribute and take social responsibilities seriously and help people improve their lives through the Rainbow opportunity. We guarantee that it is possible for them to grow and make their dreams come true, along with offering the opportunity to live a life with quality, so that they are not only achieving their goals and those of their families, but also have time to do what is important to them. At the same time, Rainbow becomes their second home, where they make lifelong friends. We share, create, and experience unforgettable moments together. This is a win-win business, where we love what we do and stand together sharing the same values, the same mission, and the same vision as a Rainbow family.
Very impressive, ladies and gentlemen. I think you will agree. Our next recipient in this category is Sorin Godanu, who is the CEO of SE Elidor from Romania.
Elidor Company was founded in 1994 in Bucharest, Romania, by doctors Godanu and Nikolai, willing to offer an alternative to chemical synthesis products which have many side effects. These products were conceived on the basis of the Danubian Carpathian flora, which offers a great plant variety and could be found in the ancient traditions of Trachogetic civilizations. These products are oriented towards the current pathology from internal medicine, neurology, cardiology, traumatology, intensive care, and so on. Currently, our society owns a great diversity of products conceived on the basis of pharmacognosy. In order to exemplify this concept, we want to let you know Elidor, which participated in many high-level international congresses. Ortogel. The product contains natural extracts of chili pepper, arnica, comfrey, green nut, Thymus communis, Dane's blood, lavender oil, menthol. Ortogel can be used by the patients who have interdictions of taking paracetamol and those with risk for using this medicine. This exceptional anti-inflammatory product is recommended for treating the fractures, dislocations, wrenches, hematomas, thrombophlebitis, muscle extensions, tendinitis, myositis, synovitis, gonarthrosis, muscular contractions, diminishing the systemic inflammatory syndrome, diminishing the respiratory virosis, diminishing feverish syndromes of various causes, or spondylitis. When it is used for long periods of time, orthogel does not have any collateral effects and does not have any other interactions with medications. Orthogel was the only one natural product represented within the International Symposium of Intensive Care and Emergency Medicine in Brussels 2016, organized by Erasmus University Hospital in collaboration with Belgium Society of Intensive Care and Emergency Medicine in front of an international committee. Part of the committee, there were 3 professors specialized in anesthesia and intensive care. The product was very successful and much appreciated. Orthogel won the leader position in the complex anti-inflammatory treatment for the patients with polytraumas, infectious, and arthrosis disease. Ginger and salvia, Salvia officinalis. In traumatic orthopedic pathology, spinal anesthesia represents an unusual procedure to surgically treat the patients. In many cases, after spinal anesthesia, headaches, nausea, vomiting could appear. Although these post-anesthetic syndromes existed from the very beginning, up to now there was no targeted treatment. Taking into account the Ayurvedic practice, we have administered to these patients ginger and salvia tablets taken with a great quantity of liquids, both by venous routes and oral route. These results were exceptional. The unpleasant effects disappeared, and the physicians from Floraska Intensive Care Hospital sent the scientific work at the World Congress of Anesthesiology in Hong Kong in 2016 and to London Euroanesthesia in 2016. These products were very much appreciated. A novel approach to treatment of hemorrhagic cerebral vascular accidents was presented in Geneva and comprises our team's experience for this type of affection. Natural medicine represents a powerful resource wrongly neglected, which currently demonstrates its exceptional therapeutical power. As specialist in traumatology, Dr. Godanu and his team would like to show that the future belongs to the courageous ones who honestly apply the Ayurvedic, Chinese, and tracheotomical medical laws.
And at this point, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce Mr. Godanu, who wishes to say a few words. Thank you.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. On behalf of the whole team here at Elidor, we would like to thank you for this opportunity, as well as give a warm welcome to all other participants. Now, a short history of our company. The Elidor Society was founded in 1994 by Dr. Sorin Godanu and Dr. Nikolai, and while both founders have a rich background in allopathic medicine with excellent results, they also have extensive knowledge about medicinal plants. With a passion for innovation and medicinal plants driving them, they realized they could bring a new therapeutical vision into the world of medicine to battle against the diseases that plague humanity. Having had a brilliant team from the start, comprised of Dr. Ovidiu Bojor, Professor Dr. Bragarea, and Dr. Rodica Stoica, the Elidor Society created natural products with a wide variety of therapeutic effects. Some of our most notable products include Ursomax, a phylogenetic activator of the microbiome, a product inspired by the life cycle of the Carpathian bear. During its post-hibernation, the plants consumed right after getting out of hibernation have the role of fully waking him up physiologically and immunologically by winning back its lost vitality after 6 months of not eating or drinking. Ginger and sage tablets utilized in anesthesiology, especially for immediate complications of brachyanaesthesia. This product was shown at Hong Kong at the World Congress of Anesthesia. Therapeutic gels with anti-inflammatory action used in an intensive care unit on polytraumatized patients, pulmonary infections, viral or microbial infections, as well as therapeutical protocols on patients with virosis. Orthogel and kinetic gel used on patients with grave health conditions proved this efficiency time and time again by returning them to their normal parameters. And flamingo gel, composed of sapropelic mud, with remarkable results on patients with intense inflammatory status. The research was channeled on a large traumatological and inflammatory case series. The results determined us to look very closely at this natural therapeutic treasury which can be used in cases where allopathic medicine is unable to do anything.
Thank you very, very much indeed. And it is lovely to see you both there today, fit and well. Thank you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to our final recipient in this category. And that is Professor Kosi Balanini-Amy, who is the General Manager of the Institute Formatech from Togo.
Alors que nous n'avons aucune durée minimale de vie.
Splendid. Well, now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our next award category, and this is the Achievements Award. The Achievements Award recognises excellence across business and economy, science and education, healthcare, culture and art. Receiving the award is a symbol of involvement in an elite business community whose membership strengthens the personal image of the company's leader, expands partnerships and business horizons. Today, this esteemed award is presented to the Sociedad Minera de Catoca from Angola, and the General Manager is Professor Dr. Benedito Paulo Manuel. And I believe we have a video, yes.
Catoca. Located on the east of Angola, 1,000 kilometers from Luanda, Catoca was established in 1993 as an effort of the government of Angola and its Russian and Brazilian partners. Catoca laid the foundations of its operations in 1995 with the arrival of the first team in the site where the mine was planted. The primary step is called prospecting, and is used to determine what exists and how to explore it rationally. It took ingenious minds and great wisdom to place the equipment at such a remote region, far from the littoral, as well as to start an exploration during wartime. The assembly of the first mining treatment central, with a capacity of 1.6 million per year, started in 1996. At the beginning of 1997, the mine was prepared and ready for operation. However, the economic environment was of uncertainty. Catoca partners, Endiama, Alrosa, and Odebrecht, had to look for a fourth partner, Diamond Lev Levaev, who injected fresh money and enabled the mine to effectively start in 1997, February. Production geology and rock massive dismantling are key activities at exploitation like ours. With the end of sterile friable material, and mainly due to the need of uncovering the ore to assure its extraction at a rhythmic pace, nice dismantling using explosives became one of the main challenges of production specialists who focused in the continuous improvement of the process and the innovation technological fit. From 1997 until now, it is remarkable the technical and technological evolution of Catoca mine. Small trucks gave place to those of 40, 100, and now 136 tons. Small-sized digging machines and loaders gave way to giants like this. The optimization of the mining operations is assured by the Wenco, a system that allows the integral and real-time management of the entire fleet of production equipment, improving the utilization and technical status of this resource.
Acrescendo a tecnologia utilizada nos mais diversos processos da cadeia produtiva, Catoca, empresa do grupo Endiama, é líder incontestável da indústria mineira angolana e, sem dúvida, uma grande referência a nível internacional.
However, the saga on Catoca's growth does not stop and never will. A brand new treatment central was inaugurated in 2005, increasing processing to 10 million tons per year, as well as the recovery of about 6.5 million carats per year. Pulp transportation and pumping have also seen other developments. Nearly 10 kilometers of belts and powerful pulp pumps were installed. Packing of refusal, so that it will not damage the environment today and tomorrow livelihoods, is something that Catoca treats with great affection. A refusal basin dike has been built to store the refusal and recirculate decanted water in the ore of treatment process. The water table level is controlled and maintains the stability of the geotechnical structure. In the rainy season, the quality of the water is monitored and the discharge pipe is open, all according to the Angolan legislation on environment. Diamonds are resources that Mother Nature hides underground, under vegetation, which undergoes activity impact. But Katoka is attentive and does everything to minimize it. Monitors the quality of water, soils, produce seedlings for the vegetal recovery of the areas impacted by activities, selectively collects and deposits the waste in an appropriate place, and does the environmental monitoring in all concessions. It also makes the recovery of oils and burning in the generator set for the thermal power station. For all these aspects to be a reason for success, Katoka develops an environmental education system for all workers on different fronts.
Enquanto Academia Corporativa de Katoka, nós formamos o pessoal todo, ou o colaborador todo de Katoka, em competências transversais.
In the communities, it works in schools, universities, religious youth, and has a program about environmental education on Lunda Sul Radio. The treatment of water, household and residual, as well as the treatment of solid waste, have a license from the National Waste Agency. It is pending certification. In its chain of value, Katoka relies upon a competent team which monitors and enforces the safety dictates, security of people and patrimony. In the pursuit of diamonds, our process only ends with the visual separation between diamonds and their likes. Following is the rate for sale. All these well-managed activities.
Primeiro é feito a pesagem, depois do estoque, vem para que é feito a classificação por qualidades, onde separamos o sobo, o makeable, clivagem e rejection, né? Cada uma com as suas qualidades. E depois desse processo é feito o processo de avaliação.
Has led Katoka to different national and above all, international recognition. All these organizational growth and technological evolution were accompanied by an increase on job opportunities. Katoka provides more than 2,200 direct jobs and 1,500 indirect jobs. 90% are nationals, and of these, 3/4 are locally recruited. The importance of Katoka goes beyond the region. It is also the largest taxpayer in the field of diamonds. Surrounding community and the entire East region also grow and learn with Katoka, which takes its social responsibility to everywhere.
Basicamente, nós temos dois subprogramas, que são o subprograma da mandiocultura e o subprograma da piscicultura. Este programa tem como grandes objetivos, portanto, dar sustentabilidade a toda a ação social que se faz neste âmbito, dignificar o trabalho do campo, proporcionar conhecimentos técnicos mais avançados às comunidades, normalmente nas questões de mandiocultura, piscicultura, e aumentando assim a renda familiar e a dieta familiar.
Katoka, in partnership with the government of Lunda Sul province, produce and distributes more than 20,000 school snacks unities every day. The initiative allows disadvantaged families to keep their children at school. 6 schools units were delivered to the community. Healthcare, leisure, and sport in the communities is another Katoka's social bet. Medical sanitary unities are built. In addition, thousands of young people practice sports with several prizes in provincial and national championships in the initiates and junior classes. We are Katoka, a great place to work for and to grow with.
And we are lucky enough, ladies and gentlemen, to have the General Manager of Katoka, Professor Dr. Benedito Paulo Manuel, to give us a few words for us.
Gostaríamos de ouvir algumas palavras do Sr. Benedito Paulo Manuel.
Can you tell me, sir, what role does Katoka play in the Angolan economy?
Qual é o papel que o projeto Katoka desempenha na economia angolana?
Muito obrigado. Para responder esta pergunta, devo dizer que o Katoka tem papel fundamental na economia angolana, primeiro por ser...
Thank you very much, Chair, for the floor. So to answer this question, let me just tell you that Katoka has a great and fundamental role in Angolan economy.
Por ser a maior empresa produtora de diamante e representa, portanto, nós colocamos no mercado cerca de 80% dos diamantes produzidos em Angola.
We are the main production mining for of prospecting for diamond in Angola. We represent 80% of the diamond production in Angola.
E como sabemos, o diamante é a segunda fonte de receitas cambiais, tanto do Estado angolano, ao mesmo tempo dizer que também, em termos de empregabilidade, Katoka é responsável por cerca de 3.000 postos de trabalho diretos e mais de 5.000 postos de trabalho indiretos.
As you know, diamonds are the second source of income to Angola, and our company Katoka has the capacity to employ 3,000 employers directly and also indirectly.
Thank you very much indeed, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, congratulations go to the General Manager of Sociedade Mineira de Katoka, Professor Dr. Benedito Paulo Manuel. Thank you, sir.
Muito obrigado pelas considerações do seu diretor Benedito Paulo Manuel, por esclarecer sobre o papel fundamental do projeto Katoka na economia angolana.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, our ceremony is moving along very, very nicely, and we come to our next award category.
Então, nós vamos prosseguir com a nossa reunião.
The next nomination is the International European Quality Award for continuous efforts to achieve high quality in accordance with the European standard. This award is presented to world leading companies for their aspiration to achieve high quality works and service. Today, this award is presented to Campaña Magrasac from Peru. The Director General is Julie Maribel Gambini Suarez.
Una compañía, una idea, un solo pensamiento, más que ello, una familia. Nosotros somos Magrasac. En esta empresa, prima el compañerismo y el bienestar de nuestros colaboradores, así como la satisfacción de nuestros clientes. Contamos con 8 años de experiencia en el mercado. Tenemos distinguidos clientes, así como nuestra propia flota de transporte de carga, y nuestra planta principal está localizada en Puente Piedra, la cual es el principal campo de batalla en el que nuestros guerreros desempeñan su mejor esfuerzo con el fin de brindar el mejor producto y el mejor servicio.
Nuestro propósito es generar puestos de trabajo para mayor cantidad de peruanos. En los últimos 3 años hemos logrado colocar 255 puestos de trabajo y para los siguientes 3 años tenemos proyectado colocar 500 puestos de trabajo.
Magrasac cuenta con 4 unidades estratégicas de negocio, divididas en productos y servicios. Nosotros nos dedicamos a la fabricación y comercialización de postes de concreto armado centrifugado. Nuestros colaboradores se rigen a un respectivo proceso en el que con mucha dedicación, sudor y corazón trabajan en equipo para fabricar un producto de calidad. Asimismo, Magrasac también se dedica a la fabricación y comercialización de accesorios de concreto armado vibrado para redes de electrificación y telefonía. En ambos procesos, la compañía cuenta con mano de obra, tanto de hombres y mujeres, porque para Magrasac la brecha de género no existe.
Nuestros productos son de alta calidad. ¿Por qué? Porque nuestros colaboradores tienen una alta sinergia, están comprometidos con la organización y conocen sus procesos.
Magrasac está enfocada en la producción y venta de productos en poliéster reforzado con fibra de vidrio para los sectores de energía, telecomunicaciones y otros. Para ello, contamos con maquinaria de última tecnología proveniente de Brasil. También nos especializamos en la fabricación de ladrillos y bloques de concreto. La gran variedad de formas, tamaños, texturas y colores permiten a los arquitectos, ingenieros y constructores combinarlos entre sí para lograr efectos estéticos espectaculares. Brindamos servicio de transporte de carga a nivel nacional, con el compromiso de ofrecer innovación y soluciones con un servicio de excelencia, adaptando nuestros recursos a las necesidades de nuestros clientes. Para esto, contamos con unidades modernas y seguras, con personal calificado y capacitado para esta labor, quienes siempre están listos para coger el volante e iniciar una nueva ruta.
Para ver cómo va la evolución del mercado peruano y ver cómo va el crecimiento de nuestros competidores, realizamos análisis de FODA semestralmente para ver nuestras oportunidades, nuestras debilidades y fortalezas y aprovechar todo lo que ofrece el mercado peruano.
Magrasac se distingue por ser una compañía que se preocupa por el confort y la cohesión de sus colaboradores. Todos tenemos un mismo enfoque y un mismo objetivo. Nos identificamos con la empresa y representamos los ideales de la compañía.
Para mí, compañía Magra es como si fuese una segunda casa, porque aquí estamos todo el día y nos sentimos cómodamente trabajando con todos los compañeros de trabajo.
Estoy muy agradecida con Magra porque en estos casi 7 años que vengo trabajando acá he crecido profesional y personalmente.
Para mí, compañía Magra es como una fuente de vida, es como mi hogar, una familia, porque paramos todo el día acá.
Magra es como mi segundo hogar. Dentro de la organización nos preocupamos por el bienestar de todos los colaboradores.
Compañía Magra es oportunidad de trabajo para todos los compañeros que laboramos acá.
Compañía Magra, comprometido con su crecimiento.
Well, Magrasac were the only recipients of the European Quality Award on this occasion. So now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our next category. And our next category is the Honorary Professor title. So we continue with honouring the most deserving individuals with the Honorary Professorship of the Academic Union in Business and Economy category. Today, we are glad to honor outstanding individuals for participating in the development of comprehensive programs to enhance the investment attractiveness of their regions, the development of business and national economies. The title Honorary Professor of the Academic Union Oxford is presented to Dr. Gunalam Subramaniam, General Director of K-Link International from Bangladesh. Splendid. A very lively video and soundtrack. And I'm lucky enough now, ladies and gentlemen, to have Dr. Gunalam Subramaniam for a few words. Hello, sir. How are you?
Very good. Fine. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Excellent. Well, the pandemic has obviously affected everybody over the past 18 months. So what changes in business strategy and tactics did it provoke for you?
Very good afternoon to all the EBA members. Since I'm a long life partner of EBA, I'd like to say thank you to the President, Mr. Ivan, and all the staff of EBA. The pandemic caused, of course, terrible setback in the business for everybody. As a businessman, that I am in the network marketing, dealing with every human being, that I cannot do anything when the 2019 ending, when the pandemic started, the COVID-19, 2020, 2021, up to now, that the pandemic have caused tremendous setback on the business. But whatever it is, we are in the people-loving people business. That K-Link International is a multi-level marketing company, network marketing company, dealing with the human being. that when we cannot go out and then motivate people to sell our products, just a little bit on my products, that Keling International is only one network marketing company in the world selling the Ayurvedic products through network marketing. The Ayurvedic product, it is from India, called Valdez Laboratory by Dr. Rupam Bhatt. That product have been approved by WHO and all other pharmaceutical ministries, approval, everything, safe, no chemical, no drugs, no additive, no coloring, 100% herbal products. We are only selling herbal-based natural products. When we are selling herbal-based natural products at this pandemic time, that we managed to sell the products through network internet, that we educate. Of course, we are dealing with lay people, laymen, business people are middle class to below, that we change people lifestyle, ordinary people to become extraordinary in life. I have told earlier, in Bangladesh, I have changed the people's lifestyle category of earning around 20,000 taka, around 200 US dollars a month. I have changed people's lifestyle earning up to 8 lakhs to 10 lakhs income per month, individuals. The individual lifestyle have been changed. That how? Because network marketing, we are recruiting people. By recruiting people and selling the products, have managed to change people's lifestyle. A layman who don't know how to use handphone, we teach them how to log into the Facebook, how to log into all the medias, then promote to the people when people stay at home. So this pandemic time, people looking for a good natural products to protect themselves. So my products called K-Ayu Asmo. The Ayu Asmo is one of the best herbal product for the lungs. Strengthen the lungs, clear the lungs, and then you prevent from any infections. So we at the COVID-19 time, everybody want to avoid no infection at all. Immune system must increase. So we have a chlorophyll, we have biogreen, we have propolis, and this Ayu Asmo have strengthened people's immune system so that people believe. Then the market start to move online. We start to advertise in the medias, in the Facebook and all the WhatsApp, send the message to every individual that have managed to catch people. Then we start to sell. I can tell you in Bangladesh, when total lockdown cannot go, my distributors travel by bicycle more than 30 kilometers just to take the products and go deliver the products to make sales, to make money, plus to help people. So we are, Keling International is a health and wealth organization, whereby by selling health products, we create people's lifestyle to earn income through from zero to make people to hero. I always say, Keling International, the slogan is zero to hero. If any individual people would like to change their lifestyle, Keling is the best place where your lifestyle can become, your dream lifestyle can come true if really you work towards the all the training, motivation, everything what we give to the people individually to change their lifestyle. So this pandemic gave us opportunity to go online sales, help them to go tremendously better. So now, since COVID is slightly below 1,000 cases per day, they're all open, can move around. Still, we have to follow the SOP, that wear mask and then clean the hand and then distance the people. But yet, we still can move around. To still, we are only doing by online sales, online communication, by internet, especially must thanks to the Google for creating these Zoom. So Zoom meetings have been, every individual now, my people, we have from 30 to 40,000 people, active members moving from village to village. People can communicate by Zoom and then by WhatsApp to want the products by delivery, by couriers company delivery the products at home, and people take the products. And I have changed people to become immune. None of my Keling distributors or in Bangladesh, I never heard anybody affected by the COVID-19. That's what I can tell you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for a very, very full answer. I have another question for you. you obviously, from everything that you've just told us, your company is one of the regional business leaders. And you seem to, there obviously a great deal of emphasis, although you have links with India, as you've just said, but your work is in Bangladesh. What advantages does being in Bangladesh give you as a company?
Well, from Malaysia. I'm a Malaysian company, Keling International, Sendrian Berhad, Malaysian-based company, started year 2000. We have traveled up to 40 to 50 countries. Our network is companies, Keling International, in 50 countries earlier, now around 35 countries. We are operating, still business going on tremendously. Our big business from Indonesia. Indonesia, we have a 27-story building we built up for the past 17 years. 3 years after we started 2000, we built our own building. So this in Bangladesh, I came to Bangladesh just because of the population. Because network marketing is a human-based business, network people. So 180 million people in Bangladesh give me inspiration to come, even though the situation is tremendously not up to other developed country. When 7 years ago, when I came, my God, I think here how to work, but the inspiration that I had that I can change that the people's lifestyle, happy. A lot of people, we have few thousands of people earning more than say $1,000 per month. I'm created this, so a lot of people lifestyle have changed. That these inspirations giving me that we still can continue more and more, because people's mindset we must change. It's not easy to change the whole people's mindset. And then and language also a problem in Bangladesh that and earlier 5 to 7 years ago. But when I came 7 years ago, you cannot see Mercedes, you cannot see any luxury cars. Now you can see all luxury cars in the town. So lifestyle change. So when lifestyle change, the people lifestyle increasing, per capita income is increasing. Bangladesh, one of the highest GDP growth in the nation at this moment. Because Bangladesh is the #2 largest exporter of the garments, ready-made garment, RMG. So this, I believe, then a lot of developments, a lot of bridges coming out for the monorail coming up and everything. So the connecting to the village to village, the bridges are all done. A lot of contracts, the government have done tremendous improvement. So people's per capita income, per month income of the people increase. So these give opportunity for me in future, I believe, more and more that in Bangladesh that I can help people to develop.
Thank you very much. Mr. Subramaniam, that is very kind of you to give us your time today. And once again, congratulations upon the receipt of your award.
1 minute.
Yes, sir.
Of course, I need to take opportunity to thank my group managing director, Dr. Darren Go in Malaysia, for giving opportunity for us to travel all over the country, especially in Bangladesh. Yeah, it's not easy, but everything is possible. It's not impossible. Everything is possible. Mindset is very important. When you see people happy, when you see people are healthy, when you see people lifestyle change, that is important. So I must thank my group managing director, all my leaders, plus in Bangladesh. I've created Crown Ambassador, Mr. Amzad, Crown Manager, Mr. Kashim. They'll be happy if they hear my mentioning their name. And then Diamond Managers, Mr. Hassan, and Pranab is coming up, top leader. Pranab is doing very well. These are the leaders. And my marketing manager, Mr. Reza, Mr. Farooq, the business development manager, and my administration staff, account staff, when cannot come to office, they travel 8 to 9, 10 kilometers by walking and come to office. At the pandemic time, they have contributed a lot of things for the growth of the company. At this moment, from the bottom of my heart, I thank every one of my staff and distributors who are, but the fighting spirit is there for them to change people's lifestyle, change themselves to become better. That I'm given opportunity for me to contribute something in Bangladesh for the growth of the individual lifestyle. I'm really thank the Almighty and wishing you, EBA members, everything in 2 months' time. The Christmas is going to come, now winter is coming, and wishing all happy Merry Christmas to everybody in advance, and thank you for European Business Assembly for giving opportunity. Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed, sir. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, moving swiftly on now, our next Honorary Professor of the Academic Union of Oxford, is Manoj Kumar, who is the founder and managing partner of Hammurabi and Solomon Partners from India.
HNS has been around for over 2 decades and is one of the leading law firms in India. We are recognized by top-ranking institutes for providing result-oriented solutions. But the thing that brings us most satisfaction is to help you achieve your business goals. We are a multi-speciality law firm with focus on key and niche areas of practice with world-class execution. We pursue to help you navigate critical legal and business challenges. Our experts are specialists who offer result-oriented legal solutions, and our pursuit of excellence enables us to work as trustees to your business. Our out-of-the-box thinking is the key to our solution-oriented approach. We are 15 partners backed with a team of 100+ members with more than 1,000 clients across the globe. Over the years, we have worked with top-ranking and some of the most well-known companies, including leading multinationals, public sector and private sector companies. We are trusted by top-tier brands across sectors and geographies. Our firm and lawyers and our leadership in key practice areas have been recognized by well-known institutions worldwide. Recently, our firm was also ranked amongst the top 20 law firms in India. More about us is available on our website. Here are some encouraging words from our clients which motivate us immensely. We proud ourselves for following a tradition of excellence in providing the most practical and tailored advice. At HNS, excellence is backed with high standards of ethics and professionalism. This is what makes us stand out as your chosen firm. We are present across India with our multiple offices and a string of partner firms across the country. Globally, our international affiliations and partnership enhance our global outreach and helps us serve you across the globe seamlessly. Not to mention, the real strength of our firm is our team. Our specialist practice heads offer unique industry insights, and our senior partners are at the forefront of execution and make sure we maintain 100% transparency at all times. To offer you 360-degree support, HNS backs other organizations as well. India Strategy Group, a public policy, research and strategy think tank, is one of them. ISG has successfully assisted the central and the state governments, public sector institutes, and many Fortune 50 and 500 companies on multitude of legal, strategy, policy, and regulation issues. You can know more about ISG on their website. Lexo, another legal tech company backed by HNS, has a global footprint that offers various companies compliance services. CompliCare is the flagship GRC tool offered by the company. You can explore Lexo's website to know more about their products and services. This is what we love to do, to help you and to become trustees to your business in India and globally. I strongly encourage you to know more about us from our website and also explore our thought leadership. We publish regularly via blogs, videos, webinars, and podcasts. For specific discussions or queries, we are on standby. I suggest you reach out to us. Looking forward to connecting with you. Thank you.
And thank you, Mr. Kumar. And I believe we have Mr. Kumar with us today, and he has also agreed to answer a few questions that I'm going to put to him. Hello, Mr. Kumar. Well, Mr. Kumar, you are a founder of Hammurabi and Solomon and Partners, so no one will know better than you. Does your business have a story to tell?
Well, first of all, thank you, Harris, for having me here and for continuing with this encouragement through the pandemic. I was hearing the other achievers as well. Things have not been too well for most of us, but you being there makes a lot of us be on our toes and continue to perform. Having said that, yes, in fact, we do have a story to tell, and our name, Hammurabi and Solomon Partners, by itself is identified with our story. Our story, we started in 2001, is about our goal to ensure that development and justice should result in rule of law. In our view, achieving rule of law, which is the very cornerstone of our constitution and most constitutions around the globe, cannot be achieved without the right calibration between the development needs of a nation or a society and also ensuring justice to every level of the society. So when we started our firm, when the firm was founded in 2001, we decided that we will go on a slightly different route than the traditional ways of practicing law in terms of statutes and advisory and court. Of course, we do all of that, but our approach is different. We always try to find solutions which falls within the meeting point of development and justice. What has this done to us? We are now looked upon as an organization which finds solutions which is acceptable to all stakeholders. It has given us a chance to go beyond the obvious means of practicing law into the domains of policy making, formulation of development agendas of the country, and in some cases, development agendas of the region in energy and environment space. It has given us a chance to handle some of the very difficult, contentious geopolitical issues, for example, between India and Russia on a certain incident around a very holy book of ours, Bhagavad Gita, which was declared by a local court in Russia as a book which signifies terrorism, which obviously has been much more geopolitical implications than just a judgment of a lower court. So we've been called upon to assist in solving problems. So these are just instances. We have gone way and beyond as a firm, and we are now looked upon as an organization which has a very holistic approach of practice, and where we are able to solve problems in a way which answer not only legal but also economic and development needs. Our clients, therefore, are way beyond just the usual companies. We have government organizations and government bodies within India. We have foreign governments as our clients outside of India. We have think tanks with whom we work very closely in our stated goal that I just mentioned. So, of course, we do have a story to tell, and our name does identify us with a certain story, which is very unique and different from what you would traditionally understand as a story of a law firm engaged in the practice of law.
It certainly seems that way. It certainly seems that way. Also, I mean, you've just encapsulated the 20 years of Hammurabi and Solomon Partners in a few words, but we all know that sometimes work can be tricky, and you think, am I doing the right thing here? Or so what motivates you as a founder of this company not to stop even when things get really difficult?
Well, very early in life, there were certain very essential learnings that I received from my teachers, and I'm very thankful to all of them, is the importance of being excellent, to always never accept mediocrity as a level of working. So therefore, pursuit of excellence, determination, and consistency. These are the three. That's the answer to your what. This is something which I follow. And the fourth thing, of course, I don't have the word impossible in my dictionary. anything which is impossible to somebody else is the starting point for me to start to solve the problem. Having said that, on now coming to the who, I do have my role models like most of us would have. The two role models that I would like to name here, there are many more, is Mahatma Gandhi and Mother Teresa. Why? They both have worked in different spheres. We know about their stories, their famous personalities, but limiting it to my sense of how I see them as a role model, both have worked in different spheres, but both have achieved impossibles. Gandhi as well as Mother Teresa, they dreamt the impossible, something which was impossible when they dreamt of a certain future, what they wanted to do. Gandhi starting from South Africa, coming all the way to India as a completely new person to India in that sense. And within his lifetime, becoming the father of the nation, and the whole rest is history. And all the difficulties that he had to go through are unimaginable. Most people could not become a Gandhi because they were never a Gandhi. Only he was a Gandhi who could battle those difficulties. Similarly, Mother Teresa, her initiative from Calcutta to serve the poor and people who did not have means, she just had a goal to do something for humanity without resources, without backup. It was just a vision she started with. And therefore, what she signifies is that if you have your goal in the right place, if it has the right value systems, if it's in sync, in accordance with the needs of the future of humankind, everything will fall into place. And in her case, she achieved sainthood. We all are aware of it. So both of these people are role models. And before I, close on this question, the two other important aspects are recognitions like yourselves and many more, and also the continuous encouragement of our clients. I think these two are very important. They are like oxygen and feeders in all difficult times. And I think all this put together, we can battle any difficulty in the world, and we have done so far.
Yeah. Thank you. I have one more and a very brief question, if I may. And I think from what the answers that you've given us to the previous questions contribute much to the answer of this. Do you consider your company regional, national, or international?
Well, I'll keep it brief because it'll be a repetition. I've answered some aspect of it in my presentation also had. We started off as a very small, very humble beginnings. In fact, in a one room, we set up an office in 2001. Our journey has been barely over 2 decades now. We did start off as a national law firm. Very soon, we moved into a regional law firm. We founded the International Legal Advocacy Network, and then now we are part of many international networks of lawyers. In fact, this entire journey of 20 years, the pace and speed with which we have reached the top 10 top-tier firms of India in a matter of 20 years is completely driven by the pace and needs of our clients. So we have always had to walk in step with them and be there to be a helping hand to enable their business, to be trustees to their business. And therefore, today, I can definitely, from the client's perspective, clientele perspective, or from capability perspective, we are completely an international law firm, and we are looked upon as an international law firm by our clients as well as in India and of course, outside as well.
Manoj Kumar, Honorary Professor of the Academic Union, thank you very much indeed, sir. Thank you.
Thank you so much for having me. All the best.
Thank you. Our next recipient in this category, ladies and gentlemen, is Galena Grocer, who is the General Director of Joint Stock Company Intertrans from Russia. And moving swiftly on, our fourth recipient of this particular honor is Kudagwashe Tarubarekara, who is the founder and CEO of Craft Properties Limited from Zimbabwe.
Craft Properties Holdings is duly registered with the United Nations head offices in New York, America, a supplier and service provider worldwide, and is a holder of international business license. Craft Properties Holdings Private Limited subsidiary, Craft Properties Private Limited, was awarded an international business license in Oxford, the United Kingdom by Europe Business Assembly in accordance with United Kingdom Trademarks Act 1994 and Europe Business Assembly Awards regulations. This license permits Craft Properties Private Limited to operate internationally. Mr. Kudakwashe Taruberekera is an EBA Global Gold Card holder and is entitled to use the whole range of services and privileges provided by the EBA Global Program. Craft Properties Private Limited is an elite member of the World Confederation of Businesses, while Mr. Taruberekera has the WCB Africa region and allows representatives to attend important business meetings, conferences, seminars, summits, etc. across the world. Craft Properties Private Limited has won various accolades in Zimbabwe and across the world. Some of the awards are as follows. Mr. Kudakwashe Taruberekera recently received the Mega First Top Business Awards in the category of Disruptive Businessman of the Year 2021, held on the 15th of September 2021. He also won the Mega First Business Awards 2020 as Businessman of the Year Gold winner in special recognition for being a conciliator, an astute and sagacious professional, held on the 3rd of December 2020. Mr. Kudakwashe Taruberekera was also the Platinum winner for the Mega First Business Awards for the CEO of the Year 2020 with special recognition for a pleasant approach to business style and leadership on the 23rd of April 2020. Mr. Kudakwashe Taruberekera was awarded the World Leader Business Person by the World Confederation of Businesses at the Biz Awards on the 27th of November 2019. Craft Properties Holdings was also awarded with the World Business Leader at the World Confederation of Businesses Biz Awards on the 27th of December 2019 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Mr. Kudakwashe Taruberekera was conferred with recognition of excellence in business management with all its rights and privileges at the World Confederation of Businesses Biz Awards on the 27th of November 2019 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Mr. Kudakwashe Taruberekera was conferred with the recognition of excellence in business leadership with all its rights and privileges at the World Confederation of Businesses Biz Awards on the 27th of November 2019 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. Mrs. Yaukai Taruberekera was conferred with the recognition of excellence in business leadership with all its rights and privileges at the World Confederation of Businesses Biz Awards on the 27th of November 2019 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia.
Splendid, and we are lucky enough to have Mr. Kudakwashe Taruberekera here with us today. Sir, thank you for agreeing to answer a few questions for us today. We are sure that your company guides corporate social responsibility principles in your activities, but what are the last initiatives you were involved with?
Okay, thank you very much. I would like to thank you for this wonderful occasion. Craft Properties Private Limited guides corporate social responsibility principles in our daily activities as we believe in giving back to the society. We also highly regard the need to assist disabled and underprivileged members of our society. And as such, our company is involved in a lot of activities in fulfillment of our corporate social responsibilities. Craft Properties Private Limited has donated 10 residential stands to disabled and underprivileged members of our community. If funds permit, we have an intention of constructing houses on these 10 stands to enable the disabled members of our community to have a decent shelter of their own. Our company also went further to donate 30 residential stands to the city of Kadoma in Zimbabwe for purposes of resettling people currently living in general barracks and single quarters in Rimuka, Kadoma, Zimbabwe. 10 of the residential stands are made specifically for disabled people living in these areas that were built a long time ago, and the infrastructure is now outdated and dilapidated. The company also occasionally donates groceries to disabled people, old people's homes, children's homes, etc. More importantly, we have a program whereby we intend to create a scholarship for talented but disadvantaged children in rural schools in Zimbabwe. Craft Properties Private Limited has plans to build a primary school at my rural home in Zimbabwe village, Chiwi Masvingo, in Zimbabwe. This primary school will go a long way in providing quality education to the children, because some little children are currently traveling long distance to access education facilities. We also have long-term plans to rehabilitate Mushugwa irrigation dam in Chiwi, Masvingo province in Zimbabwe, to enable farmers to access water throughout the year for farming activities. There are many plans as the CEO of Craft Properties Private Limited to give back to the community where I come from, Zimbabwe village in Chiwi Masvingo, as I previously said. Craft Properties Private Limited is also in the process of mobilizing funds to purchase an ambulance from the United Kingdom. The ambulance will be donated to Kadoma General Hospital in Mashonaland West Province, Zimbabwe. This initiative came after realizing that the ambulance that the hospital currently has is overwhelmed. Craft Properties Private Limited is involved in promoting gender equality in Zimbabwe, with the main focus on assisting women who are socially disadvantaged at various levels of their life. I'm a board member and advisor of Padare Maize Forum on Gender that works with the government and other arms like the Zimbabwe Republic Police to promote gender equality. Padare Maize Forum on Gender deals with issues to do with gender equality, welfare of girl child, and eradication of child marriages. Currently, we are tasked helping young girls who are being unfairly married to older men as a result of economic challenges. As Craft Properties Private Limited, we've also attended the United Nations Gender Equality Program, which was held virtually on the 15th and 16th of June 2021 on promoting gender equality. We continue to partner with the United Nations in promoting the United Nations Sustainable Goal on development and gender equality. That's basically what we are doing as Craft Properties for our corporate social responsibility principles.
You say basically what you are doing. That is a very, very impressive list, a very impressive list. So I congratulate you upon that. I have two further questions, but they are quite similar. So I'm going to roll them up into one question, if that is all right. Today you are receiving a very, very prestigious title. What does it mean for your team when you, although it's an individual award, it is for your work as a company? What does it mean for your team? And how does recognition of your company's achievements motivate you as a CEO and your team?
Okay. This title that I'm receiving today, the 5th of October 2021, means a lot for both the company and me in person. It is a very important title to use as a company that we are receiving after having received other awards over the years. The title is unique from the rest of the awards that we've been receiving, as it brings with it dignity to me as the CEO. This title is in recognition of the work that we have done over the years as Craft Properties Private Limited, and we give a lot of value to it. Winning an award and a title means more visibility and a larger reach for our brand as a company. It's one thing for us to know that our brand is great, but it's another to know that the world also feels the same towards us. The recognition of our company's achievement motivates us as a company to continue working hard towards achieving our vision. This title we are receiving today is in recognition of the good work that we have done in terms of good business, and we have contributed a lot in Zimbabwe in terms of trying to improve our good country's economy and livelihoods. We have implemented 2 housing development projects in Kadoma, a high-density housing project and an agro-residential project. The high-density development residential stance is for low-income earners in our country, and now that today our work, both in business and philanthropy, is motivated to do more. We are motivated to do more in Zimbabwe, Africa, and the world at large. On behalf of Craft Properties Private Limited, I would like to thank the Academic Union, Oxford, for bestowing upon me such a prestigious title. This title will be highly cherished by our company for many years to come. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And may I say from the EBA, ladies and gentlemen, that it is an award richly deserved. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to have a short break now of 10 minutes or so, but don't go too far away, because many of the companies that have received awards and the individuals who have received awards will be having their slideshows and short pieces of video coming up on the screen. We will be returning, ladies and gentlemen, in 10 minutes time with our Excellence in Healthcare Awards. See you very, very soon.
Me gusta que cuando siento alegría, dolor o tristeza puedo interpretarlo en una obra de arte. Hablando del dolor, puedo sentir algo muy profundo, algo que me está desbordando, algo que me está doliendo, pero a la hora de yo plasmarlo en un cuadro lo convierto en algo bonito. También es algo que me gusta mucho respecto al arte y que la gente lo vea como algo bello. Soy Susana Casillas, artista plástica internacional. Creo que lo más importante para mí es que no sea una obra plana, que vayan caminando, pasen y la vean, sino que de verdad les llame la atención, les hacen sentir algo profundo, que vaya hasta sus fibras. Creo que para mí eso es súper importante, creo que es de las cosas más importantes por las que yo pinto. Y me parece muy interesante cuando tengo una exposición y la gente ve los cuadros, que se conecten realmente, porque se están reflejando ellos mismos cómo se sienten en ese momento o qué emociones tienen guardadas realmente. Me gusta crear mi propio universo, ahí es donde me dejo sentir completamente todo, mis sentimientos, mis emociones, mis fantasías, mis sueños. Me gusta vivir todo al 100%, es como una adrenalina, que tengo esa dualidad muy marcada. No soy quien soy cuando estoy en mi momento creativo o con esas personas que me conecto. Creo que me siento en mi hogar, creo que me siento en ese universo real que es para mí. Me gustan los poemas, me fascinan los poemas, creo que te abre un campo enorme para imaginar, para hacer una fantasía en un cuadro también. Y mi manera es, no puedo pintar yo en un estado emocional muy fuerte como en una felicidad intensa o en una tristeza intensa, entonces lo que hago es escribir. Me gusta mucho escribir, creo que es otra de mis pasiones. Esta es la primera vez que tengo el galardón de Reino Unido en mis manos y la verdad es que me siento súper contenta, no sé qué decir, estoy muy feliz. La verdad es que en él veo mi esfuerzo, mis 15 horas diarias pintando, lo que les digo, que soy artista y empresaria a la vez, que pinto, siento la creatividad, me voy a mi universo, pero también me pongo la gorra de empresaria y también trabajo para que esto se pueda lograr. Quiero agradecer por este premio, por haberme tomado en cuenta, por valorar mi trabajo, por saber que mi trabajo es con amor, con esfuerzo y con calidad. Y también quiero agradecerle a la gente que está a mi alrededor por su apoyo, por su cariño, por seguir mi carrera y bueno, les prometo que voy a representar a México en Reino Unido, en París y en muchos países. Donde se pueda siempre voy a hacer mi esfuerzo y voy a meterle todo el corazón para que esto siga sucediendo. Y bueno, ahora actualmente en 2021 soy la mejor artista plástica de México en Reino Unido.
Aseguranza is an insurance group specialized in international trade. Thanks to its specialized interdisciplinary team and hand-in-hand with its German strategic partner, it offers an excellent service in cargo insurance and liability insurance for freight forwarders, containers, and bonds. It ensures annually more than 70,000 cargo shipments that move to and from any part of the world, goods valued at more than $3 billion. We have the experience and strength necessary to provide, with a background of more than 30 years, the best support for your business. Its founder and current director, Mr. Juan Angel Gonzalez Insaurralde, passed on his legacy, training young specialists with a calling for service. As a result, day after day, more than 2,200 companies around the world rely on Aseguranza's advice and financial support, trusting their businesses to Aseguranza. Feel safe with Aseguranza.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. And we're going to move right into our next award category straight away. And this is the Excellence in Healthcare Award. This section targets honouring prominent regional healthcare providers and sharing the experience of the innovative and promising hospitals, clinics, and medical practitioners worldwide, as well as presentation of prominent healthcare brands. The award winners, interviews and welcome greetings, winners' videos and online award presentations will be in the same format as they were before the break. So, ladies and gentlemen, our Excellence in Healthcare Award acknowledges and honours excellence of best regional healthcare providers. This is in recognition of their excellent reputation, safe and effective treatment methods, highly professional medical staff and service quality accordance to the international standards. This prestigious award in healthcare sphere is given to the Al Sajef Eye Center from Saudi Arabia, and the General Director is Hussein Ali Al Sagaf. And I'm delighted to say that we have Mr. Hussein Ali Al-Sajef here, who will share a few words and thoughts with us. Good day, sir.
Hello, good day. Let me start my thank you for you all, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. I very especially thank you to the European Business Assembly for selecting Sabov Eye Centers for the Excellence Healthcare Award. I am pleased, honored, and humbled to accept this award and to join past winners who I have long admired and respect. We owe everything and every success to my late father, Dr. Ali Mohsen Al-Sabov, who formed the Sabov Eye Center, and thank you for honoring this memory. Thank you very much.
A pleasure, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you very much indeed. Our next award winner in this category, ladies and gentlemen, is City Healthcare from Malaysia. And the CEO is Muhammad Ali Datuk, Dr. Yahwa. And finally, in this section, ladies and gentlemen, the award is to LLC EMS Russia. The Chief Medical Officer is Victor Pertosian. We continue now, ladies and gentlemen, with honoring the most deserving individuals with the honorary professorship of the Academy Union in the healthcare category. We are glad to honor outstanding individuals for participating in the development of regional medicine and social spheres, the implementation of innovative treatment methods, and practical implementation of the latest scientific research. The title Honorary Professor of the Academic Union, Oxford, is presented to Krasimir Shelev, who is the CEO of the Swiss Pain and Detox Clinic from Switzerland. Good afternoon, Mr. Shelev.
Good afternoon.
How are you?
Thank you, fine. Thank you so much.
Good. Lovely to see you, and congratulations, sir.
Thank you.
And thank you for agreeing to the interview. It's a great pleasure to speak to you. I'm going to move straight on with things. In the video, we saw tantalizing and interesting little clips of the work that you do. What treatment methods are used in your clinic, and which method do you have that has the highest priority, and why is that?
We're using the automolecular medicine, the acupuncture, the moxotherapy, the cupping therapy, the bioresonance, the ozone therapy, the neurotherapy, the plasma therapy, and the medical leech therapy. There is always a combination of biological therapies using individual for the patient. It's not only one. The combination is the crew of the successful treatment.
So you design.
For us, it's very important, the holistic approach.
Yeah, so that's what moves on. So you design everything for your patients individually.
Exactly.
Fantastic. I'm sorry I interrupted you. I beg your pardon.
No, that's yes. Thank you.
Okay, so the next question, and this is the $1,000 question. Obviously, you are a successful company, and you are working at a very high level. So, what is the recipe for the effectiveness of a doctor's work, or if you like, the recipe for success?
Our recipes is a holistic approach with individual human treatment, and this is our. You have maybe it's better to ask our patients. Because this is the best the best thing to know, the best answer to your question.
Yes, I think you are absolutely right there. So, but that in itself is the answer to the question. You have no worries about inviting people to talk to your patients. So there is the recipe for your success.
Yes.
Excellent.
It's true. Okay, it's true. Yes,
Thank you very much indeed, sir. And
thank you so much.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to our next category, which is excellence in education. Okay. This section will present achievements of prominent regional educational institutions, as well as honouring the innovative approach in science and education, high performance and effectiveness, vision and leadership, creativity, professionalism, and a high alumni level. This award confirms international recognition of the quality of educational services and management, increases the authority of an educational institution and its leader both nationally and worldwide, as well as stimulates partnerships and investment attractiveness of scientific research. This prestigious award in the educational field is given to Nikolai Bulescu Land Forces Academy from Sibiu in Romania. And the rector is Professor Dr. Gita Barsan.
The Nikolai Bulescu Land Forces Academy in Sibiu is the continuator of the military and educational traditions of the first School of Officers in Romania, which was founded in 1847 in today's capital city, Bucharest. In 1920, the second military school was established in Sibiu, which, starting with 1932, by merging with the institution in Bucharest, remains the only one destined to train the officers of the Romanian army. As an integral part of military, national and European higher education, the Nikolai Bulescu Land Forces Academy in Sibiu is now a university of education and scientific research specialized in training officers for the Romanian Army's land forces. It combines traditional education with modernity and generates performance and a high-quality education. The training of students in the Land Forces Academy is achieved by efficiently combining three main pillars: academic training, military training, and physical training, cadets being motivated by professors and military instructors to achieve excellence in their field of study. Developing general and specific professional competencies for military branches and specialties is the mission of the three faculties: the Faculty of Military Management, the Faculty of Military Sciences, and the Faculty of Economic and Administrative Sciences. They coordinate the work of 6 scientific research centers and manage 5 undergraduate programs with a duration of 3 years and 1 in the field of military communications with a duration of 4 years. Also, the faculties include 4 master programs with a duration of 2 years and 8 postgraduate programs of training and continuous professional development. There are modern auditoriums and specialized classrooms that make the educational system to be focused on the students' needs. The Academy has a digitized library with modern facilities and equipment and a simulation modeling center aiming at the professional training of students by ensuring the expertise and technological capabilities required by the changes in the field. The military training is managed by the Military Training Center, which includes the military training course, the driving school, and the student battalions. The training is carried out with help and expertise of expert instructors whose experiences in theaters of operation are turned to advantage during the military training modules that take place in the Academy's training camps. The Academy has 2 training grounds, one located 9 kilometers from Sibiu, where most of the training activities take place, and a training ground dedicated to mountain training, located 38 kilometers from Sibiu in the Cindrel Mountains. For the physical training part, the Academy has a gym, an Olympic swimming pool, multifunctional courts, an obstacle course, and a gym for practicing judo. To fulfill its mission at national level, besides the study programs, the Academy is also actively involved in the internationalization area, making cooperation agreements with several European military higher education institutions within the Erasmus Plus program and the European Initiative for the Exchange of Young Military Officers, the Military Erasmus program. The educational process in the Land Forces Academy in Sibiu revolves around indisputable values: homeland, honor, duty, and the greeting of our academic community is Semper Una, always together, a greeting that we respectfully address to all those who will decide to become either our students or our partners.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As rector of Nikolai Bulescu Land Forces Academy of Sibiu, Romania, I would like to mention that for us, as member of this community, it is an honor and a joy to be selected as part of the most prestigious category of top educational institution in Europe.
Thank you. I have a few questions, recorded interviews. So what is Nikolai Bulescu Land Forces Academy's history and its milestones?
The existence of over 174 years of Nikolai Bulescu Land Forces Academy of Sibiu is connected with the history of the establishment and development of modern Romania. In addition to the first school of officers established in 1847 in Bucharest, a second school was founded in Sibiu at the end of the First World War. Later, the two merged into a single one with its headquarters in Sibiu, and the educational and military tradition of the former were taken over by our institution and preserved with sanctity up to this day. Of the 100 years of the Academy in Sibiu, the last 26 years have been aligned to the great transformations and adaptation to the new challenges of the beginning of the 21st century. Romania's accession to NATO structure in 2004 and the integration into the European Union in 2007 require the adjustment and diversification of the study programs in the Land Force Academy according to the new Euro-Atlantic standards. The efforts of the military academic community in Sibiu were rewarded with highest grade, that of high confidence, by the Romanian Agency for Quality Assurance in Higher Education after the institutional evaluation of the 2010, 2016, and 2021. Today, the Military Academy of Sibiu is a modern university campus which offers students the best training conditions. The generation of officers who graduated from our institution have fundamentally marked the destinies of our country through its development. We are very proud of that.
I'm sure you are. Can you tell us about your academy values and its key principles?
Our main values are always related to these three holy words: country, honor, duty. Nikolai Bulescu Land Force Academy of Sibiu, Romania is a public higher military education institution fully integrated within the national and European education system. University autonomy is guaranteed by law, and our institution has legal personality, being able to organize and develop accredited bachelor and master programs. Its main goal is to form commissioned leaders for the Romanian land forces, as well as for the other beneficiaries from the national defense, public order, or national security system. Our institution offers outstanding training opportunities to those who decide to attend these courses. We have a dedicated and committed teaching staff and modern training facilities. We offer accredited study programs that are periodically evaluated. We provide professional experience through internship programs at home or partnership abroad. The cadets' scientific and vocational abilities are developed through workshops and by involving them in extracurricular activities. Moreover, our university has become a strong institution able to anticipate the main challenges of our times and to provide a high-quality student-centered education. The university management is based on the allocation of resources in relation to the real priorities and needs of institutional development. There is also an efficient cooperation among the members of the academic community in the decision-making process. Through our bachelor and master programs, we are committed to form young characters meant to be future leaders and decision makers at all military levels. They will also serve our nation as open-minded citizens and well-trained guardians of the values and principles on which sovereignty and independence are built. In a challenging world where COVID-19 and other emerging threats have an increased impact of our society, education is one of the most appropriate tools to deal to the present and especially to the future. For sure, Nikolai Bulescu Land Force Academy of Sibiu, Romania, has managed to successfully integrate into national and European academic system by providing education and training for young women and men dedicated to serve the nation and as officer of the Romanian Army.
And finally, my last question for you is, what vital regional social initiatives do you support? And can you tell us about the latest project the Academy is involved in?
Our institution is presently involved in a significant number of initiatives and events under the framework of international programs such as Erasmus+, the European Initiative for the Exchange of Military Young Officers, Emilio, and other international activities. After the Erasmus program was implemented in the academy in the academic year 2011-2012, we managed to develop an important number of partnerships following three main directions: European Union countries, non-European Union countries, and strategic partnerships. The first two categories consist of several types of mobilities for students, teaching staff, and military instructors in 31 partner institutions. In order to deepen this relation and adapt the constant changes of military academic environment, our institution is constantly hosting the International Students Week and the International Week of Nikolai Bulescu Land Forces Academy, actually the Day of Academy. The strategic partnership starting in the academic year 2017-2018 with the implementation of an international semester and continues with other two projects, the military gender study projects and the interdisciplinary education and training on hybrid warfare. Our academy is also part of the European initiative for the exchange of military young officers, EMILIO, also known as Military Erasmus. This platform supports and encourages us to participate the students and young officers in military training and in cultural, professional and sport activities. Also, it facilitates the cooperation with other higher education military institutions in Europe. At the same time, our institution is a founding member of the International Military Academic Forum, alongside other 4 institutions from Europe in Austria, Czech Republic, Poland and Hungary. Since 2014, his event has been organized annually by rotation. The IMA Forum aims to consolidate and develop the existing cooperation among the military academies and to identify possible solutions that can improve the exchange of students and young officers within the EMILIO program. The 2015 edition were organized in Land Forces Academy. Next year, our institution will be once again the host of this international forum. The European Union Military Academy Commandants Seminar, UMAX, it's another international event we have been part of since 2017. The event is dedicated to the decision factors in European military academies. The 2019 edition was hosted by Land Forces Academy in Sibiu. Our institution is also involved in another 2 programs, the Cultural Understanding and Language Proficiency and the French Officer Cadets Training Course. As part of these programs, foreign cadets have the possibility to attend a period of training in our institution. Finally, I would like to emphasize that the internationalization represents an essential component for any higher education institution. For Nikolai Bulescu Land Forces Academy of Sibiu, it constitutes a long-term engagement and investment also, both for the student and the personnel of the institution and also for our partners.
Thank you very much, sir. Well, I'm going to move on to our next recipient in this category now, ladies and gentlemen, and they also come from Romania. It is the Victor Valdez University of Medicine and Pharmacy from Timișoara, and the rector is Octavian Marius Cretu. Professor Dr. Octavian Marius Cretu is accepted to the prestigious scientific society Academic Union Oxford, obtaining all rights and privileges. We are sure that the participation of Professor Dr. Octavian Marius Cretu in the projects and initiatives of the Academic Union Oxford will enrich development of the world's scientific thought and will be welcomed by European and world scientific and business community.
De ce să fii student al Universității de Medicină și Farmacie Victor Babeș din Timișoara? Pentru a studia într-o instituție de învățământ emblematică pentru zona de vest a României, care de-a lungul a aproape 70 de ani de existență și-a demonstrat valoarea în formarea de specialiști în domeniul sănătății. Pentru că poți alege unul dintre cele 3 programe de licență de lungă durată: medicină în limbile română, engleză și franceză, medicină dentară în limba română și în limba engleză și farmacie în limba română și limba franceză. Pentru că avem și 7 programe de licență de scurtă durată în limba română: asistență medicală generală, radiologie, imagistică medicală, balneofiziokinetoterapie și recuperare, nutriție și dietetică, tehnică dentară, asistență de profilaxie stomatologică sau asistență de farmacie. Pentru că avem un departament de relații internaționale al universității, în cadrul căruia studenții străini primesc toate informațiile necesare înscrierilor în cadrul universității, precum și sprijin logistic. Pentru că poți obține ușor toate informațiile necesare înscrierii accesând site-ul www.umft.ro, inclusiv informații despre rezultatele admiterii. pentru a fi selectat corect prin teste tip grilă, a căror culegere îți este pusă la dispoziție de către universitate alături de întreaga bibliografie. Pentru a deveni unul din absolvenții din domeniul medicinei dentare sau farmaciei, care demonstrează în țară și peste hotare calitatea educației medico-farmaceutice din universitatea noastră. Pentru că vei avea la dispoziție săli de curs, laboratoare și muzee în care vei putea să studiezi fiind îndrumat de către cadre didactice cu o vastă experiență. Pentru că vei desfășura practică medicală în săli cu dotări de ultimă generație. Pentru că în toate departamentele universității noastre se desfășoară activități de cercetare, iar susținerea financiară este asigurată prin granturi de cercetare câștigate prin competiție la nivel național și internațional, iar pe de altă parte din resursele financiare proprii ale universității. Pentru că baza materială a Facultății de Medicină Dentară, cu cele 3 specializări, medicină dentară, tehnică dentară și asistență de profilaxie stomatologică, asigură un standard înalt calitativ procesului didactic, în conformitate cu cerințele actuale, Facultatea de Medicină Dentară fiind cotată A în cadrul evaluării programelor de studii la nivel național. Pentru că studenții au acces pentru documentare la Biblioteca Universității, bibliotecă specializată pe învățământ superior, prevăzută cu sală de lectură pentru studenți, precum și sală multimedia, dotată cu 30 de computere. Pentru că vei face parte din miile de absolvenți ce lucrează în prezent pe toate continentele și prin realizările lor onorează eforturile cadrelor didactice și ale personalului auxiliar. Universitatea de Medicină și Farmacie Victor Babeș din Timișoara.
And from the Victor Valdez University of Medicine and Pharmacy from Timisoara, I am delighted to say we have Professor Daniel Florin Ligazan, who is the Vice Rector for Education there, to accept the award. Hello, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Very kind for the invitation. I'm honored and pleased to be with you today.
It's lovely to see you, sir. So tell us briefly about your institution's history and the milestones that it has passed.
So the university was founded in January 1945 and has recently, in 2020, celebrated 75 years of existence. The first document which recorded the establishment of the Timisoara Faculty of Medicine was the decree from 17th January 1945 signed by the Ministry of Health, which showed the foundation of our institution. However, the fundamental document which led the jure et de facto to the setting up of the Faculty of Medicine was in May 4th, 1945, modifying the provisions of council order which by the Western University was set up so as to meet the objective requirements for the formation of healthcare specialists in the west of the country. Actually, the Timisoara Faculty of Medicine opened on the 15th July 1945 with 2 study years. The first year of study consisting of 412 students and the second year of study consisting of 76 students. During the first 3 months, teaching consisted only in lectures, namely anatomy, physiology, and chemistry, lectures that were held in the auditorium and classrooms of the Students' Union on King Charles Boulevard. An important change in the course of medical education process occurred in October 1945 when the faculty was given its current residence, the Banasha building that previously belonged to the Banasha Foundation of the Catholic Church. Clinical training started initially in 4 hospitals, while today students are being trained in more than 25 teaching hospitals located in 12 buildings. This development was at the same time paralleled by a change in title. Up to 1948 was the Faculty of Medicine, between 48 and 1990, the Institute of Medicine, which immediately after 1948 encompassed 3 faculties: general medicine, pediatrics, and hygiene. And after 1990, the actual status of the university was the University of Medicine and Pharmacy, and from 2001, the university proudly bears the name of the famous scientist, Dr. Victor Babeș, whose origins can be found in this part of the country. During this time, it has been a center for knowledge and innovation, teaching a growing number of students the art of science of medicine. Over the years, it has broadened its academic offer with bachelor programs in dental medicine and pharmacy, but also with bachelor programs for nursing, physical therapy, and nutrition. As an international institution within European Union, the university offers bachelor programs in English, French, and German. There are more than 40 Erasmus scholarships available every year for undergraduate students. Plans for the development of the university include the addition of a large congress venue, a medical museum, and even a multicultural center. Today, we have around 7,000 students, from which more than 20% of our students come from different countries. So we want to celebrate and promote diversity.
Splendid. I mean, that is a very, very impressive resume of the university. Changing tack slightly now. I mean, obviously, over the last 18 months, COVID-19 has had a tremendous influence over everything in the world. So how has it influenced particularly your institution and its activities?
This period, like you said, is a difficult one due to the pandemic of COVID-19 disease. The ground rules of teaching medical students were changed. In spring 2020, our university decided to go only online with teaching and practical classes. This brought a stabilized progression of the disease, bringing hope for our citizens, patients, and medical staff. Today, we are in a new wave of the pandemic, so we are functioning in a hybrid mode of education. And this time, I think we are better prepared with the experience from the last semester. Also, our students and university teaching staff were with more experience in using online methods for classes and were for practical training. We use different online teaching softwares as well as specialized programs. Throughout the changing on-site teaching process to a hybrid mode, all teaching activities shall be carried out remotely via video conferences provided by the university or other means. The process of organizing distance learning activities shall strictly follow the academic timetable. Each subject shall have access to a Zoom institutional account designed to support both courses and the practicals one. Throughout the hybrid form of the educational process that involves physical presence of both the students and the teachers, and remote educational lectures shall be maintained permanently through email or through communication media available onto the e-learning platform. We could organize a center for e-learning in medicine. The reason for this project was to use a simulation with virtual patient as an effective teaching method supported by quality evidence. We used body interact, so benefits would be also on student side and teacher side, and offers new experiences even in face-to-face classes. Quality cases, peer-reviewed information adapted to each country were used in our Center for E-Learning Medicine. We had a positive aspect of compatible multiple platforms to different systems, so that all the students could log on and taking these classes. Also, I want to extend that the premium software we have is very realistic look and feel, and we think that we brought our students some new features and new possibility, even in this time of the pandemic, COVID-19.
It's amazing, isn't it, how creative people have become to make sure that things still happen. So well done. And my last question for you, sir, briefly, if you may, what achievements are you particularly proud of?
Surely we realized some clinical cases, evening and summer schools with more than 300 participants, and this shall be future development of our possible online teaching methods. Also, we have an approval of investment for a new building for the University of Medicine and Pharmacy of Timișoara. This investment will allow an unprecedented development of our institution, both by increasing the quality of educational act and by implementing a new concept of medical pharmaceutical education, which combines teaching with scientific research, sports, arts, and nature. The investment project envisages the construction of a building with 2 auditorium halls with 500 seats, 10 seminar rooms, a conference center, an anthropological museum, an exhibition center, offices for teachers and scientific staff, to study and discussions room, technical administrative spaces, and so on. Also, a building with a didactic or educational role will be built and equipped, as well as a building with accommodation units and sports fields. The total area built will be approximately 20,000 square meters, and the value of the investment over 29 million euros. Not to forget the e-library, which we implemented from Elsevier for all students and teaching staff, which nowadays is a must. And before I end, I want to thank on behalf of Rector Professor Dr. Octavian Marius Crețu and my personal appreciation for all students of our university, as well as the teaching staff, which dedicated time and effort in these difficult times. This award is for all of them. All the best and stay safe.
Thank you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Daniel Ligazan, thank you very much indeed, sir.
Thank you.
Moving on, ladies and gentlemen, our next award winner in this category is the Skromna Sredna Odborna Szkola from Slovakia, and the principal is Beata Matichka. And we are fortunate enough to have an interview coming up, ladies and gentlemen. So what or who motivates you not to stop, even when it is very difficult?
Jednoznačne študenti. To, že sú úspešní a svoj úspech spájajú aj s našou školou, ktorá bola štartom do ich profesionálneho života. Mám veľmi rada ich návštevy v škole, keď sa prídu po niekoľkých rokoch pochváliť, ako sa im darí. Radi sa vracajú, radi spomínajú na svoje stredoškolské časy, na všetko, čo u nás zažili a už sa to nikdy nezopakovalo. Dokonca všetci uznávajú, že to, čo sme od nich vyžadovali, naozaj aj potrebovali pri štúdiu na vysokých školách, ale aj v praxi. A prídu povedať tú vetu, že mali ste pravdu. No na druhej strane musím povedať, že aj študenti sú studnicou nápadov, často majú úplne iný pohľad na mnoho vecí a ja stále zastávam názor, že ich treba počúvať. A ak sú ich návrhy dobré, určite ich treba realizovať.
Takto v spolupráci vzniklo u nás na škole mnoho zaujímavých aktivít, súťaží, projektov. Študenti potom vidia aj zmysel vo svojej angažovanosti, sú motivovaní, vidia, že si ich vážime a berieme ich nielen ako objekty vzdelávania, ale aj ako spolutvorcov vzdelávania. K nám prichádzajú deti, odchádzajú dospelí ľudia. U nás na strednej škole sa, ako sa to u nás na Slovensku hovorí, láme chlieb. Prichádza nasmerovanie, voľba nových začiatkov, určovanie hraníc možného a chceného. Uvedomujem si, že my učitelia máme veľkú moc posunúť študenta ďalej v jeho raste a presvedčiť ho o jeho jedinečnosti. Verím, že sa nám to darí. Práve nedávno som zažila stretnutie s naším absolventom, ktorý sa prišiel po rokoch pozrieť do školy. Povedal mi, že mu môžem navždy tykať, veď je náš. Ale keď začal rozprávať, čo všetko už dokázal, uprostred rozhovoru a môjho očarenia z tejto osobnosti som to už nedokázala a svoju úctu som mu prejavila aj vykaním. Bol to veľmi dobrý pocit. Pocit hrdosti aj na našu prácu.
Now, here's a question that in various forms I've asked a number of times today, but it is something that has had a huge impact upon our lives for the last 18 months. How has COVID-19 and the current situation influenced your institution and its activities?
Myslím, že tak ako všetkých, ovplyvnila nás veľmi. Na jednej strane sme si uvedomili naše silné stránky. Dlhodobo nastavená správna filozofia školy umožnila, aby aj v čase pandémie mali žiaci prístup k riadnemu vzdelávaniu, čo veľmi pozitívne ovplyvnilo nadštandardné technické vybavenie školy. Všetci žiaci, aj učitelia školy majú školské notebooky s kompletným hardwarovým a softwarovým vybavením, ktoré majú k dispozícii v domácom prostredí. Technické vybavenie umožnilo aj nahrávanie online hodín, čo sa stalo veľkou výhodou pre začlenených žiakov a tiež žiakov, ktorí sa v čase online hodiny nemohli pripojiť pre technické a iné problémy. Veľmi dôležitým faktorom bola skutočnosť, že škola má už dlhodobo vlastný vzdelávací portál Virtual Academy, na ktorom sprístupňuje žiakom študijné materiály. Na druhej strane sme si uvedomili, že bez žiakov škola nie je školou. My sme škola, ktorá sa líši od iných aj množstvom neustálých aktivít, celoškolských akcií, organizovaním zážitkového učenia, exkurzií, prednášok, workshopov. A toto všetko sa zrazu nedalo a to sme doteraz nikdy nezažili. Museli sme začať rozmýšľať úplne inak v online priestore a snažiť sa urobiť aj online vzdelávanie úžasné a motivačné. Tak sa nám napríklad podarilo uskutočniť pre našich študentov týždeň prekvapení, počas ktorého mali možnosť sa stretnúť za 4 dni s 22 významnými a zaujímavými osobnosťami verejného, hospodárskeho, kultúrneho, podnikateľského a športového života. Celá situácia má však aj veľké pozitíva. Myslím, že na Slovensku si nielen žiaci, ale aj rodičia uvedomili, že úloha učiteľa pri vzdelávaní je nezastupiteľná a určite nie je ľahká. Nedokáže to každý, hoci si to takmer každý dospelý človek myslí. Aj preto úplne najkrajšie bolo, keď sme sa všetci stretli posledný mesiac školského roku v škole. Radosť z osobného kontaktu študentov aj učiteľov, chodby naplnené smiechom, usmiatými tvárami a spokojnosťou boli veľkým zadosťučinením za 8 mesiacov dištančného vzdelávania. Všetci si vážime, že momentálne môžeme byť v škole a myslím, že všetci v nej chceme byť.
You spoke with great passion earlier about your school and your university, but what achievements are you proud of?
Hrdí sme na to, že spolu s mojím manželom sme svoj sen premenili na skutočnosť. Že sme sa v čase, keď bola hospodárska kríza v roku 2008 a nízky populačný ročník žiakov, ktorí nastupovali na stredné školy, nevzdali a založili novú školu s jedinečným školským vzdelávacím programom, ktorý menil filozofiu tradičnej školy na školu tvorivo humánnu, modernú, s pozitívnou pracovnou atmosférou učiteľov aj študentov. Vytvorili sme jedinečné školské vzdelávacie programy, úplne nové študijné odbory, do ktorých sme vložili naše 30-ročné skúsenosti so vzdelávaním mladých ľudí, ale na druhej strane sme reagovali na potreby doby, na požiadavky zamestnávateľov a reálnej praxe. Sme veľmi radi, že uplatnenie absolventov týchto odborov v praxi a vo vysokoškolskom štúdiu potvrdilo ich zmysluplnosť, správne nastavenie priorít, ktoré sa odrážajú v skladbe predmetov, ich časovej dotácii a neustálej inovácii foriem vyučovania. Samozrejme, uvedomujeme si, ako už jeden školský klasik povedal, že dobrá škola nevznikne ako hotová večera, ktorú vložíme na 15 sekúnd do mikrovlnky. Dobrá škola vznikne postupným pridávaním starostlivo vyberaných ingrediencií. A tak sa aj my snažíme na základe našich skúseností, ale už aj na základe skúseností našich absolventov vylepšovať našu ponuku. Sme si vedomí, že poskytovať len odborné vedomosti bez dobrého jazykového vzdelávania už v súčasnosti nie je akceptovateľné. Angličtinu naši študenti milujú, považujú ju za dôležitú súčasť vzdelávania a my sme radi, že v spolupráci so Žilinskou univerzitou v Žiline sa nám podarilo rozšíriť výuku anglického jazyka aj o prípravu na získanie Cambridge certifikátov priamo u nás na škole na konci 3. ročníka štúdia. V roku 2019 sme boli vyhodnotení ako najlepšie prípravné centrum študentov na skúšky Cambridge English a prevzali sme si ocenenie na pôde Cambridgeskej univerzity. V našich informatických študijných odboroch máme implementovaný vzdelávací program Cisco NetACAD, pretože sme presvedčení, že v oblasti počítačových sietí je toto najlepšie, čo môžeme študentom v rámci povinného vyučovania ponúknuť. Áno, uvedomujeme si, že vývoj ide dopredu závratnou rýchlosťou a my ho musíme zachytiť aj vo vzdelávaní. Preto sme v súvislosti s predpokladanými potrebami digitálnej transformácie a Industry 4.0 a na základe požiadaviek Republikovej únie zamestnávateľov vypracovali projekt experimentálneho overovania úplne nového štúdijného odboru s názvom Inteligentné technológie, ktorého absolvent má vedomosti a zručnosti z oblasti informačných technológií, programovania, počítačových sietí, smart technológií, internetu vecí, databázových systémov, základov kybernetickej bezpečnosti, robotiky, 3D technológií a virtuálnej reality. Naplňa nás hrdosťou, keď sa naša škola umiestňuje na popredných miestach v rámci Slovenskej republiky pri hodnotení výsledkov maturitnej skúšky, pri hodnotení pridanej hodnoty školy a v rôznych súťažiach a olympiádach. Minulého roku bola práca učiteľov a študentov školy ocenená prestížnym európskym ocenením The TES Awards, v rámci ktorého sú každoročne oceňované výnimočné základné a stredné školy v oblasti podnikateľského vzdelávania. Sme hrdí na kolektív našich učiteľov. Sú to ľudia, ktorí milujú svoju prácu a záleží im na našich študentoch. Neustále vymýšľajú nové spôsoby vzdelávania, postupov, aktivít, ktoré majú študentov motivovať a stimulovať k veľkému úsiliu. Chcú, aby každý náš študent bol schopný nájsť si svoje miesto v živote, aby sa z každého študenta stal víťaz. Osvojili si našu filozofiu, že dobrá škola je určite tá, ktorá dokáže nielen z najpripravenejších, ale zo všetkých mladých ľudí dostať to najlepšie. Sme hrdí, že sa nám darí naplňať túto filozofiu, že naša škola je aj miesto, kde chodíme všetci radi a máme tu svojich skutočných priateľov.
Well, Beata Matichka, thank you very much indeed. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to our next category, which is the Honorary Professor title. We continue with honouring the most deserving individuals with the Honorary Professorship of the Academic Union in Science and Education category. The awarding of this title The awarding of this title is a symbol of credit and expression of thanks to people who promote social and intellectual progress of modern society and the development of contemporary science. Receiving the title Honorary Professor of the Academic Union Oxford is the highest recognition of your personal contribution to the development of synergy between science, education, innovative management, and efficient professional solutions. The title Honorary Professor of the Academic Union Oxford is presented to the Associate Professor Dr. Ismail Zimbabwe Gayagenda, Rector of the Islamic University in Uganda.
IUIU is an international university hosted by Uganda on behalf of Organization of Islamic Cooperation. For 33 years of existence, IUIU, which started with 80 students, has now over 10,200 students with 90 academic programs ranging from certificates to PhD, as explained by the Associate Professor Ismail Gayagenda, the university rector.
We have 4 campuses. Here is the main campus in Mbale, 200 kilometers from Kampala. We have another campus in Kampala where our medical school is at Kibuli Hill. Then we have a campus dedicated to the girl child, the females campus, where over 1,030 girls are busy pursuing their dreams in different fields. Then we have Arua campus in the north, which has about 500 students.
In a bid of the university to strengthen its existence in Uganda, it has involved in continuous research and innovation.
We are trying our best to ensure that we produce students with skills and character that will be able to make them navigate the challenging world that we live in the 21st century, but also thrive in post-COVID era where online learning is a must. So the open distance e-learning platform that we have developed is really up to task, and it has been approved by the National Council for Higher Education. We are also going to put a lot of emphasis on open distance e-learning, and as well as science subjects like nursing, pharmacy, dentistry, and such courses. We also have a motion analysis lab, which is our premier lab that is using innovative ideas of solving problems in the community. During COVID, this lab was able to produce hands-free washing machines.
However, the university also still encounters some challenges in its operation.
95% of our revenue comes from tuition. So the strategic plan of the current management is to have more endowments that will bring in more revenue in order for us to thrive as a modern international university. In fact, we already have an offer from the government of Turkey to do a demonstration farm as well as start a faculty of agriculture that tries to improve our livelihood, but also the livelihood of the surrounding communities. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, for his inauguration speech, Professor Dr. Ismail Simba Jaginda has selected the topic, Thriving in a Post-COVID-19 Era, the Challenge for Institutions of Higher Education. Ladies and gentlemen, it gives me great pleasure to introduce Dr. Ismail Simba Jaginda.
Hello there.
Hello, sir.
How are you?
Very well indeed, thank you.
Yeah, my distinguished colleagues who are being honored today, and all the participants who are witnessing this global event organized by the Academic Union Oxford, and with special recognition to my staff and students at IIU as well as my family. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. God's peace and blessings be upon you all. I want to share my ideas as the new rector of Islamic University in Uganda. I just became rector on January 1st. But before I do that, let me briefly talk about Islamic University in Uganda. As we call it here, IUIU, which is quite interesting. I and you. So IUIU started in 1988, but the idea was mooted 14 years earlier at Lahore in Pakistan at the second summit of the Organization of Islamic Conference, now known as the Organization of Islamic Cooperation. The OIC founders, including the late King Faisal Abdulaziz of Saudi Arabia, King Hassan of Morocco, President Ali Bhutto of Pakistan, Emir Sabah of Kuwait, and others, discussed education in Africa, and it was recognized that they needed to support the youth of Africa and prepare them for the world to come. So several key decisions were made at that conference. Number one, to make Uganda a full member of OIC. And number two, to establish 2 universities in sub-Saharan Africa, one for Anglophone Africa and the other one for Francophone Africa. Uganda's leader at that time, President Idi Amin, apparently put up his hand and declared that he would host the Anglophone University. So that is the history of how the whole idea started. It took 14 years to implement the decision of OIC heads of state, and on 10th February 1988, under the wise leadership of our current president, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the new university opened its doors to 80 students at a former high school called Nkoma Secondary School. As of now, 33 years and a half later, the humble beginning has turned into a fully fledged university with over 90 programs at certificate, bachelor's, postgraduate diplomas, master's, and PhD levels, serving over 10,000 students. We now have 4 campuses. The main campus in Mbale, which is 220 kilometers. Then we have one in Kampala, where our medical school, Habib Medical School, is located. Then Arua campus in the north, and then one that is dedicated to girls in Kaboja. So in a way, we have grown and we are ready to move on. But COVID has happened. So what do? Like many other communities, of course, COVID has affected us, COVID-19. We know that over 400.5 million lives have been lost. In fact, at IUIU, we have lost dear ones, the latest of whom is our Professor Fred Kironde, who was a leading biochemist and was leading our biological sciences for the medical school. We really miss him, and we want to thank him for the dedication he put in the university. I think at IUIU we were pragmatic. When COVID happened, we had to engage. It affected us financially because the president closed all the schools, understandably. And so because 95% of our revenue comes from schools, from students, we were really affected. However, now that we are opening up, it helped us to start online programs. So this time around, this year, when the president closed all the schools, for the first time in the history of IUIU, we started the entire semester starting July 5th by teaching online. This has enabled us to stay alive, to stay afloat. And moving forward, we have decided that we shall continue teaching both online and physical, which is called blended learning or hybrid learning. We believe that with our new ODEL or Open Distance e-learning platform, which was mandated by the National Council for Education and was created by our ICT team, led by Hamza Sekalema, we can actually continue teaching some courses online, some blended, and some physical. Of course, now the president has opened us again, and in November 15th, we shall be opening physical, but we've decided that we shall continue teaching some of the courses online. One of the other challenges that we have, of course, is that some of us were born before computer, BBC, yet our young people are .com generation. They have access to so much information even before they become our students. My own daughter, Shahida, who is only 13 years old, I think knows more about the world than me. So what happens when these young people come to us, when they know so much? I think we have to recognize that we cannot use the old mode of teaching where we think we know a lot and we are going to teach using notes. I think we need to, the old method of a student is a tabula rasa, the brain is for information, cannot work. And so we are supposed to be facilitators, and that's what we are doing at IUIU. We engage the students, we let them do the research, we tell them they have to get credible sources of information because the internet has everything. It has the good, the bad, and the ugly. So we must be willing to engage the students, the new generation of students, by allowing them to become thinkers and problem solvers. And we want to, with this, we are cooperating with other partners. We thank the government of Uganda and President Museveni. We thank the Secretary General of OIC and all the member states of OIC, especially the Royal Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, Turkey, Libya, Egypt, Nigeria, for helping us reach these young people who are trying so hard to enter the marketplace and play their rightful role. In fact, the campus where I recorded my speech that was going to be played was donated. The 5 acres were donated by the Young Men Muslim Association with their patron, Prince Dr. Kasim Kakunguluna Chivinge. So we are engaging with local stakeholders. We are engaging philanthropists and using the American model where universities actually engage the private sector, especially business enterprises. We are going to establish an endowment arm to provide more resources and establish more sources of revenue for the university. In conclusion, I take this opportunity to thank the Academic Union of Oxford, who saw something in me to appoint me a lifetime honorary professor. And I pledge to work with them, to work with my other colleagues who have been honored, to work with the academic communities around the world, to try and make life better for our young ones and the old ones who come to us, and those who come to our campuses, whether they are physical campuses or online campuses. Of course, the challenge is big, but the opportunities are also many. There are so many opportunities around us. In fact, the Assistant Secretary General of OIC, Ambassador Askar Masinov, has challenged us to link with all the thousands of universities across the OIC member states. And I'm going to do that. Right now, actually, I'm talking to you from Nigeria, where I am at Nasarawa State University, where we are trying to get links with other universities to help our young people. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad to have been honored by the Academic Union of Oxford.
Thank you very much indeed, Dr. Jaginda. Thank you, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we now move on to our final award category, and this is the Academic Union of Oxford. The Academic Union is an international academic association of over 200 university chancellors, scientists, and researchers. The committees and the union as a whole pursue the ideals of academic excellence, innovation, and accessibility, and are committed to disseminating these core values through its worldwide community. The primary aim of the union is to consolidate the efforts of scientists, educators, industrialists, and manufacturers on science, education, and business integration and development in the 21st century. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we accept the following outstanding regional educationalist. Dr. M. Mala, who is the chairperson and managing trustee of the Tagore Group of Institutions from India.
My journey in the field of education started from the year 1995. We started with Jerusalem College of Engineering. That was my first venture. I gave birth to a first child. I also came into the field very newly, and we started with that. After that, we established we ended up with Tagore Medical College, one of the best we have done. And I am proud to say that we have been doing this for the past 25 years, more than 25 years I am in this field. And I have learned so many things from my own ventures. It is not that I've learned from anyone else. It is my own ventures have taught me what I have to do. So I'm very proud to say till now we have more than 40,000 students have been graduated from my institutions. It is a proud feeling for me that I have catered to the industry of every faculty in the field of arts, science, and in the field of agriculture also we have done so many things. Our institutions have been accredited with NBA, NAAC NAC, NABL, NABH. We have received many notable awards for excellence in education like Asia's greatest brand, India's most trusted educational institute. I had the advantage of creating a holistic environment for the students, away from the hustling, polluted city, giving them eco-friendly space to enhance their learning process. We have been recognized by AICT for Green Campus Environment and received a Swachh Bharat Award given by Government of India for Clean and Green Campus. As a woman and a mother, I believe that empowering women is essential to the health and social development of families, communities and countries. Under my flagship of Tagore Medical College, we strive our best to serve the society. I felt responsible in doing my best to support the frontline workers. I work continuously and ensure that the medical college and hospital are equipped with world-class amenities which serves people from all walks of life. My team. Teamwork is the heart of achievement. I am bestowed with excellent team members. Looking back through my journey as educationist, I consider my alumni as my best achievement. My alumni are placed all over the globe. It gives me an immense pleasure in meeting them in my daily routine right from the airport to various government organizations. I strive my team of faculty in bringing out best of engineers, frontline workers, managers and entrepreneurs. I believe all these things are possible because I have been backed by a very good team of faculty and staff.
I am Dr. Kumuda Lingaraj. I take immense pleasure in talking to you all as the medical director of this prestigious hospital, Tagore Medical College, and the 818-bedded multi-speciality NABH accredited hospital. This hospital was started a decade ago with 150 students as undergraduates, and now this is risen up to a great postgraduate institution. She has a lot of qualities that has to be admired by each and every one of us. She's so dynamic, and her dedication, her cooperation and the hard work what she has put in has brought this hospital and this college to this level.
I am Dr. Ravindran, Dean of Tagore Medical College and Hospital, which is under the able guidance of Professor M. Mala, who has founded this institution about 11 years back. She probably has 10 more institutions under her belt, which is a very notable achievement for her. The main motto of our chairperson, Professor Mala, is to give a quality medical education so that we will produce the best doctors for the society. And our students have done creditably well in the university examinations in the past years. The main motto of our institution is to reach the unreached. So we want to serve the poor, downtrodden of the society.
I am Dr. M. Ramalingam. I am presently working as a director of Jerusalem College of Engineering. Dr. Mala, excellent educationalist, able administrator and philanthropist. As an educationist, she is managing this Tagore Medical College and Hospital along with other 8 institutions under Tagore Educational Trust. In addition to that, she is managing this Jerusalem College of Engineering for the past 25 years and make it one of the best institutions in and around Chennai. She has been conferred with a doctorate degree, honoris causa, by this Economic University of SAARC countries, recognizing exemplary service in the field of education. She has received many awards, naming a few: Best Woman Edupreneur Award 2015, Asia's Greatest Brands and Leader Award 2018, and India's 20 Pragmatic Woman Leadership in Education Industry Award 2021.
And I think my daughter is the driving force who is always there to support me and tell that, "Mummy, you can do it." So I'm really happy to have her in my life. And I think that last but not the least, it is my students who are the products which are coming out of my institutions, who are always the best example of what my institution is. I thank all the students and staff for making this institution a proud one. Thank you so much.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, wasn't that impressive? That was our final award today in what I think you will have to agree was an absolutely glittering an array of excellence throughout. I am going to finish now, ladies and gentlemen, by inviting back Mr. Ivan Sabov for a few words to send us on our way. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mr. Ivan Sabov.
Thank you, Jeff, and congratulations to all the award winners. What a tremendous collection of presentations, certainly inspiring for us to move on, to create and to win over all the hurdles that we are all facing these days. Amongst the collection behind me of the great books by some of the greatest British authors is a book called Great Contemporaries by Winston Churchill, who was born just 15 miles here in a small town called Woodstock. Of course, the people who were his contemporaries were mostly politicians, and they required different skills. But what I noted from our contemporaries, from our heroes, is how focused they are on training and education of their staff, how environmentally aware they are, how much they take care of socially responsible side of their business, and of course, gender equality. I think you all deserve to be part of this, a book, perhaps a new version of this book, The Contemporaries of the 21st Century. What also is important to say big thank you to our MC today, Jeff Harris. I think he's done a splendid job, and I hope you all agree with me how at such a fast pace we've gone through this 4 hours conference. Also, I would like to thank our technical team who made it all look seamlessly, but there were a lot of hard work behind the scene for it to happen. So big thank you to all of you guys for doing a splendid job. To our customer relationship team, also thank you for your contribution to make this event come true. Last thing to say is that the next event is going to be on the 17th of December. So please put this date into your diary, and I look forward to seeing you all in December for our Christmas celebrations. Wishing you a splendid day. Thank you very much for participation, and all the best for the future of your enterprises. Thank you so much for being part of our event today.
Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Sabov. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that does more or less conclude the formalities for today. I would also like to thank everyone who's been a part of today's ceremony, the award winners, of course, and the people behind the scenes. And in these times, I hope you all stay well. As Mr. Sabov has mentioned, our next event will be on the 17th of December, and details for the event will be out shortly. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, I wish you all good health. Goodbye.